again? Okay. All right, cool. All right, so let's end this call, and just seeing Damon just signed up.
Go on, gentlemen.
Let's all join the Zoom.
Can you hear me? Type in the chat if you can hear me.
All right, so y'all can schedule the call.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. My volume might be down.
I share each other's information.
Yep. Okay, my volume was down. My bad.
Hierarchy, not hierarchy, but details.
All right.
You feel in this position. These are all the tasks that we can start working on. That's what we can talk about.
Gotcha.
Let me end this conference call so we can talk about things.
All right, let me up there.
Damon, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? All right. You guys can hear me?
Hey, Damon, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. You hear me?
No, I can't hear you, Damon.
You can't hear me. All right.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Damon, I do not hear you. You guys hear him?
You don't hear me? All right, hold on. All right, what about now? Can you hear me? Is that better? Yes, no?
Yeah, I do not hear you, Damon.
All right, all right, can you hear me now? Nope. All right, let me see.
I do not hear you.
I don't think he's on.
No, I see him on.
I
He's
heard
sending
both
the
of them.
message. I just don't hear him.
So who's Michael Green?
That's Damon.
Oh.
All right, let me do this. Mute.
All right, cool.
Can you hear
I
me?
still don't hear you, Damon. Can you start just
Yeah.
saying something?
All right. Can you hear me?
Say something?
Yeah. You hear me? Anybody hear me?
Okay,
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, you did hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
1 second. Let me turn on my volume.
Okay, good.
All right, say something, Damon.
Something, Damon.
Yeah, great. I hear you perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think everyone joined. I think so.
All right, perfect. So I hear hiccup on your part. You got some earbuds? It sounds like you're getting feedback.
Hey, Dwayne, you just want to watch you over here? And I'm muted as well. I think we're just waiting on Lewis. That's probably one person we're missing. Let me send him a quick text, okay?
Cool.
Let's see. What time you heading out?
I'm gonna bring my computer at 6:30.
She drive or your girl?
She's driving, so I'm gonna sit on the passenger side and look at it on my computer. If we
Well,
still
if
on.
you want, I'm going downtown anyway to the event.
Oh, really?
So if you want her just to pick you up at,
I think she's
kind of like in
working
that
now.
same area we were at.
Where is that?
South, you know where the East Atlanta was? Like Wonder Route? It's around the same area.
I think she already on her way
Oh, okay.
at
All right,
6:30. Otherwise, I'd have told
Yeah,
her
I
to
just
stay
thought
home.
about it.
And I could have took an Uber.
Just give me 1 minute, Damon, and I'm gonna follow up with Lewis to see what's going on with his Zoom.
All right, cool.
Brandon, you hear us fine, right?
Yeah.
All right, Lewis just joined. So, quick update, Damon, who's all on the call. Yeah. I have Lewis. He's pretty much going to be like the marketing director. He's going to be just just pretty much managing all the YouTube and how we present ourselves on social media, whether it's Facebook ads, paid ads, um, just online, all that stuff. It deals with like the tagging, the video edits, the filming, as well as Dwayne. Dwayne is just under me. He's sitting right next to me, so that's why he can sign up. And then we have Damon. He's the guy who's the expert. And he's going to help assist us. We want to have a series of calls, guys. He's going to help us better optimize how we present ourselves on social media. All right, so I'll give you the mic, Damon.
All right, cool. So what do you guys see on screen now? Do you see my, do you see your YouTube channel?
Yeah, Noah Lyle Clark Living. Yeah, can you record this?
Yeah, it's being recorded. All of these sessions are automatically going to be recorded. Just the general platform, everything's recorded. So this is going to be about a 2-hour session unless you guys got to cut out earlier. I'll really be going through it quickly to get questions, but everything is recorded. And then after each session, I'll go through it. And so say, for instance, today's what, Tuesday? By Thursday, I'll actually go through what I'm talking to you about, and I'm taking notes as I go. So you'll have not only the recordings, you'll also, and I'll give you the recordings so you can like upload them as private to your YouTube channel, but you'll also get a series of notes that I've taken, action steps and actions plans, links, whatever else we talk about, and other resources that will also accompany that. So you'll basically have like a SOP/documentation of everything we discuss. So, I mean, you guys take notes and all that stuff, but everything is being documented, and I'm going to document it, and I'll hand it over to Juan Pablo, and he'll, distribute that however he needs to for each session.
Sounds good. And Lewis, if you can help with the note taking as well. As I said before this fall, I have an event this evening, so it starts at 7:30, but I have to commute. I got to drive there. So if you're available, Lewis, you can just take the notes in conjunction with Damon. It would be much appreciated.
All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and get started. And Juan, you're a little low. It's kind of hard to hear you. I hear you a little bit, but it sounds like you're kind of underwater. I don't know if you're far from the mic or not.
Sounds better.
Oh, that's 100% better. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. So you guys see this. So what I'm going to do is, I guess the first thing, because I'm getting started on the syndicated network I was telling you about. But before you gave me some information. Before we do that, what we need to do first off is figure out, and we talked about this. I just want to kind of reiterate and get any other ideas to start with. As far as your channel is concerned, you're pretty much, so let's just make this real simple here to start off. Credit repair, what Google thinks your site is about is basically credit repair. Credit repair, hard inquiries, etc. Now, I know you're broader than that. So if you could just kind of give me another 5-point synopsis of what you want to be known for, because what we're going to have to do is make sure that you stay where you are with the credit, but we want to make sure that you're starting to get that exposure for the other areas that we discussed. So if you could just reiterate on the topics that you want to be known for.
So who's that question?
Go ahead.
I was going to ask, who's that question directed towards? Like anyone?
Whoever can answer.
Okay. So like what we want to be known for is like thought leaders in real estate. So we help people no matter what situation they're in real estate and creative real estate investing. So quitting their jobs quitting their 9-to-5 in 5 years or less through real estate investing, like getting passive income, things like that. We also offer business funding as well. So what we want to be known for is real estate education and also credit repair and business funding. So I guess if we could put it all together, we want to be known for the one-stop shop for real estate investing. If you're down and out, or if you have money, this is where you come to get your solution solved, like your problem solved.
Okay, so one stop.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of that, so he said real estate education, business funding, business capital, you know, all those synonymous words, interchangeable, business credit, all that. Credit repair, inquiry removal, and also mortgages. Oh, we're just, I guess, at a different, I don't know where we stopped.
Okay, so I got a one-stop shop for real estate investing, real estate education, real estate investing. I know you mentioned coaching too, so real estate education / coaching. Business capital, business funding, business credit.
Are you just looking for keywords right now?
Well, that's what we're going to pull out of this, yeah. But I wanted an overall, overall holistic theme, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive through. I'm going to show you what you're perceived as, and then we're going to take these and we're going to, get some keywords that'll make sense and that are being searched for to make sure that the overall theme and moving forward, we'll find out specific keywords, and I'll show you how to do all this. We'll run through that will help you start to position for the others, because you have an authority channel right now. All the views, all the subscribers, you've got folks paying attention. There's just a few small tweaks that you got to make that will allow you shouldn't have any problem. Just if you wanted to rank for Purple Cow, you could probably do that because you've got enough authority. It's just a matter of distributing that properly. And that's where, that's what I help you with. So yeah, I was looking for general keywords, ideas, themes, because I'm going to show you what you're perceived as, so you know where you stand, and then we can work on how do we get to, for instance, business capital, business funding, business credit, because those aren't as popular from the standpoint of, what YouTube traffic's sending your way, as well as on the website.
Oh, add private money to that too, Damon.
Private money?
Yeah.
So private money lending?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, cool. So that's what we needed to start. So I got a little checklist here I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna ask a few questions and then we'll just keep moving. So first off, one of the things I had was your channel art. Oh, let me see here. All right, your channel art's a little chopped up. I just recommend, getting that so everything fits where it needs to. Let me open a private browser and try this. YouTube. I'll come in as a guest. Yeah, it's still, see how it's cut off? I mean, this is real simple. Did you guys do this yourself, or did you have somebody do it, your artwork?
I paid a guy $10,000 to do that.
Good investment.
No, I'm joking, bro. No, I did that myself.
Okay, did you use software, or did you just wing it?
A simple Word document, and I just screenshotted it.
Yeah, it's fine. You just want to size it down. You got your website on there. That's important. That was my only thing here, because I can't read what this is. I see 100. Well, I know what it says, but it's hard to read here. So you just want to crisp that up, for lack of a better term. So let me see. New visitor. All right. Okay, yeah, so even there, it's like that. So that was the first thing. That's not a biggie, and that's something you can knock out quickly. I can give you some resources that can knock that out, size it down for you, or I've even got some tools I can recommend. But that's something small. Let's see, you've got your vanity URL. All right, so let's dive straight in. Let's figure out, where are you now? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the Google Keyword Planner. And what the magic of this tool is, or how we're going to use it, is we're going to use your YouTube channel. We can do this with your website too, but we're going to do it with the channel first. And it's going to tell us what it thinks your site's about. So we paste the YouTube channel link in here. Get ideas. And this is just so you can understand why I asked the questions I asked earlier. So as we roll through this, you'll see a common theme, like 100% financing loans, how to fix credit, mortgage, how to increase credit score.
Hold on, Damon. Sorry to interject, but another word is no money down.
Oh, that's a really good one. Okay, hold on. Now, interject where you need to, because I'm going to, I'm taking notes here, and this first session is going to be, let me see, no money down. This first session is just going to be kind of a learning. I'm going to give you the tools and show you these tools that I'm using. You know, throughout the week, you guys can get in there and really kind of dive in deep. But I just want you to kind of understand where you are now and then what we'll need to do to get you where you want to be. So I may be going fast. If you need to stop me, stop me. But remember, I'm going to try and cover as much as I can, but you'll get the recording. So you can go back over and really dive in deep, as opposed to me going deep on here and not being able to cover, you know, the majority of what I want to do. But if anything is, if you need me to slow down, just, you know, yell slow down and I can do that. But my goal is to really just give you the main nuggets, and then you can listen to the recordings and you guys can go through, because literally we can spend 4 hours just in here. And I don't want to do that. I want to give you the tools and show you how to do it. And, you know, you guys can ask questions, etc. But that way we can get through most of the stuff, and then you can go back to on your own time and, you know, throughout the week and go through it. So as we go through here, you see all this as credit related, which is, it's not a bad thing, but you also want to be known for other, you know, those other terms, you know, credit score, all these are credit. And then if we go over here to ad group ideas, and this is also a place you can find additional keywords, but this is the sentiment of your YouTube channel by Google right now. You know, score improvement, 100% mortgage, credit companies. So I wanted to show you that first. This is what Google thinks about you guys. Now, when we go to, let's see here. Now I'm on your YouTube analytics. So I'm on the, you know, the back end. We click on analytics. This will show you, this is lifetime. So I'm going to change this to the last year, or this year. Now scroll down here, we see your most popular videos, credit score, hard inquiries, repair your credit. So easy ways a beginner can make money wholesaling, flipping. So this is an interesting one we're gonna come back to. Matter of fact, let's open this in another window. Inquiry, multifamily. This is another interesting one here that we can work with. Then we'll go to traffic sources. Now, while we sat at, I forgot what hotel that was, we talked about competitors. So diving into the actual analytics, since we're in here now, there's a lot of nuggets that you can pull out of this and figure out. We had talked about, you know, showing up in suggested videos, and you see here, your suggested videos, that's how you're getting most of your traffic. So you're getting your traffic from other people, which is a good thing. And there's ways you can exploit that. There's ways you can boost that. Browse features is pretty much, you show up in like the home, let's see if we click here. It's traffic from the home page and the home screen, subscription feeds, etc. And again, this is for the entire year. So you've had 128,000 views there. YouTube advertising, you bought some traffic at some point. That's what that is. That's 301. YouTube search. Now, my goal for you guys is to actually get you more, or at least close to as many YouTube searches as you are suggested videos, because there's a lot of gaps, and I'll show you what those are as we walk through it. But there's a lot of gaps that you have. So the fact that you're doing this well now is awesome. But once we get done with this and you start implementing it, this will boost up pretty much immediately. Other YouTube features, the only other thing down here that's important is external. External goes back to, and because I know everybody on this call I didn't speak to, so I call it dual exposure. So the beauty of a video is, and let me just show, I'll just show you beauty of video in YouTube is it shows up in YouTube and you can rank in YouTube all day and you have a YouTube friendly keyword. All keywords aren't YouTube friendly. Some of them, there's not a lot of people searching in YouTube for like, let me think of something, like hire landscaper. They're not looking at YouTube for that. They're gonna go to Google for that. But for what you're offering, there are people that are looking for educational videos. You have a lot of how-to. That's the beauty of YouTube. But the advantage of video, YouTube videos per se, Google owns YouTube. You can get a video to show up in Google and YouTube. And here's a prime example. YouTube is pretty, well, I'll say simple because I've been doing this for a while, but YouTube is not as challenging to get ranked for unless you're in a competitive term. Now, you guys got a competitive term, so I'm overly impressed at how well you're ranking for the terms you are, especially for credit. But normally out the gate, that would be a hard feat. So if we do, say, Steve Harvey detox cleanse. This is an example of dual exposure. This is a video I did. Actually, this one is too, but this one right here, Steve Harvey 21. Do you see a picture of me here? This is showing up in YouTube. Obviously, you see the URL here and in Google too. Now, that's where the network that I'm setting up, basically to show up higher in the search engines, meaning in Google, you need external factors that Google reads. If you're just on YouTube, that's great. You can get traffic on there. But if you don't have anybody outside of YouTube and YouTube videos referring to your video, it's not, you know, if it doesn't have votes per se, it's going to be much harder to rank in Google as well. The beauty of dual exposure is, and then I'll go back here, external. When you click on external, you'll see here Google search. So you do have 6,000 views over the course of the year. We want to get that up higher. So in order to get dual exposure, you basically need other Web 2.0 properties, websites. You guys are already embedding it in your website, which is a key point that you're doing that. And then the network that I'm building out is basically a social media network. It'll be themed around the 100% finance, but there's some extra stuff we do to it so that you get those external YouTube signals and it boosts your videos when you post them automatically up in Google too. So then you get the dual exposure, which in essence means you're going to end up having more traffic. Because if I'm looking for business credit private loans in Google, you pop up and you see how it stands out from the thumbnail, but also if I'm searching for it in YouTube, so you get the best of both worlds. So you have pretty much two traffic sources. But that being said, that's what this Google search is for. And that's why external, that's where you'll see that. Unfortunately, they don't show you what keywords are actually being searched for, but there's other ways around that. So the main things in traffic sources that we want to concern ourselves with are suggested videos, YouTube advertising if you're doing it, YouTube search, YouTube channels, external, and playlists. And video cards and annotations, this is some rollover of actually what we have over here. So when we talk about competition, well, we want to call it competition. Videos, I wouldn't say competition, I say allies, because these people are giving you traffic. These people are the reason you guys have orders coming in, etc. They find your videos, they comment, they like them, because other people are referring them to you. And when you click on suggested videos, you'll see here, now you can roll over it like this is your own video. So you're referring your own video, which is a really, really good thing. And we'll talk about doing more of that so that you drive more traffic through your own channel. We also have, this is the guy I was telling you about. So if we click, this guy, keeping it real with credit. This guy's sending you, he's got 109,000 views. He sent you, let's see how much he sent you. This year alone, he sent you 20,000 views. And you can just click the link, it'll take you there.
Damn, I will not do the check.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. He's been sending you traffic, and you haven't put a dime in his pocket. When you go to him and say, hey, he says his name, hey, dude, you sent me 20,000 views, and I just want you to, you keep sending me traffic, and that's cool, but I can put some money in your pocket. We got this affiliate program, you know, it's X number of dollars a person. All you want to do is endorse me when you're doing these videos, or put a YouTube card up for it, or put it in description, or let's work a dual collabos, whatever the case may be, because he's already sending you traffic. That's you, perfect. That's you, perfect. This is the other girl. Now, this is the one I was telling you about. She is a weight loss coach.
Hey there, Sean Terry here, flip2freedom.com, and I would like to ask you a question. So you want to get involved in this booming real estate market, but you don't.
There's gonna be Juan soon.
So, somebody say something?
Yeah, what's her number?
That's on her page. So yeah, she has again 305,000 views, but when you look at her channel, she's just a blogger, I can't say that word, vlogger. So you have her videos. She's talking about how she lost weight, you know, how she did. So it's really not catered to that, but it may be something that you have another opportunity for. So that is, you can run through these and see, like, a lot of them are you, which is perfect. You know, there's this master lease agreement by Commerce Real Estate. There's opportunities here. And I'll come back to this because there's actually ways that you can find other videos that you want to appear in, and we can kind of force your video there. Okay, that sounded scary.
Excellent. And you'll definitely give us like a plan of action, Damon, just to,
Yeah.
I guess, at the end of this call and say, hey, these are potential affiliates you should target, and here's how you can find them. Again, step one, click here.
Well, yeah, what I'll do is I'll go through, because you'll have the recordings. I'll go through and tell you, now that you see how to do this, you'll walk through. I timestamp the, what do you call it? I timestamp the action plan. So here's how to get to your suggested videos. Here's some ideas for suggested videos. And then you just go to, I don't know what time this is. Let's just say it's 22 minutes and 37 seconds. You fast forward and you watch through it. And then because here's the thing, I'm gonna give you the tools, but you may have a better way you like to do it. Or, you know, Juan, you might do it different than Wayne or somebody else. So once you know where to find it, you guys brainstorm ideas as to, oh, we can do this, or here's what we can do. But my recommendation, you already said it, we owe them a check. They're already giving you traffic, and they don't have control whether they give it to you or not. Now, we can manufacture that too, and I'll go into that deeper, but you'll have access to all this, and I'll timestamp it so you can go straight to the video and watch it and rewind it and rewatch it and rewind it and whatever. But this is a gold mine for you. As is, this will be step one, is take these ones that are already bringing you traffic. What other ones you want to give you traffic, we'll talk about that later. Let me see here. Let me check my checklist here.
So,
right.
Damon,
Yeah, go ahead.
when you're talking about optimization, are you optimizing the entire channel, or does each video that we have on YouTube need to be optimized as well?
Both. And that's what we, this right here is, matter of fact, let's keep this moving. Let's keep going. To answer your question, both, let me see. When we come down here to, we got suggest and browse, YouTube search. Okay, so the channel is a little easier to optimize and less effort, whereas the, each individual video, you've got 1,000 videos, and Juan and I had a discussion on this, and we've got some tactics to help this. And I actually have a strategy that will help, but it won't do it for you. So I'll give you, and you'll have a checklist for this. I'll give you a holistic structure as to whenever you're doing a video, here's a checklist of what you need to look out for your videos every time you post. And like I said, there's tools there's tools you're gonna have to buy, one or two of these tools, but it'll help you out tremendously. And I'll walk through it because I have it installed on one of my channels. But that'll help you bulk edit, bulk add items, etc. So you don't have to go through all 1,000 at one time, but you will want to go through as you can. You go through the most popular, you prioritize it. You go through the most popular videos, and then you'll work your way down. Or eventually, if you're going to hire a VA for a couple dollars an hour, they'll have the procedures to do it. And, we'll walk through all that. But I just want to give over analytics so we can see, so you know where you are. You can see where you stand, and you can say, you know what, I like where we are, or I don't like where we are, but we also want to get here. And getting here is where I want to show you, what we need to do.
Okay.
That make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. So will you actually be doing anything in here, or would you just be showing us what to do? That's what I'm
it's going to be a combination.
Okay.
As I walk, because I actually I updated one of your videos, which I'll show you what I did, but it'll be a combination of I'll show you and I'll do it as well so that you can see like, oh, and it'll make sense. And then you guys can go through the rest. All right, so let's see here. So I'm just gonna let you guys kind of glance at this real quick. These are the keywords that are bringing you traffic. 100% finance, that's obvious. Real estate investing is bringing you traffic. It's not bringing you a lot.
What are you looking
at? This is under YouTube search. So we'll go back to the top level. Come down here, you click. These are search terms typed in YouTube that are bringing up and people are watching your videos from.
Okay, and then I guess you're saying it doesn't bring in enough traffic. Where are you looking at? The views?
Oh yeah, well, it's not bringing in as much as say suggested videos. And I also looking at your, I've looked at the channel several times and gone through it and kind of did a pre-audit. But going through it, you could be doing and should be doing a lot more views than this.
Okay.
So these are decent. These aren't bad, but you should, in my opinion, you should have the YouTube search, Google, and suggested videos should all be neck and neck. Now, the fact that you're getting referrals is great. I'm not going to knock that, but at least get your YouTube searches to number 2 close to it. Because, and I say that because let's pull up one of your, okay, let me pull up. So for instance, look, watch on the right-hand side, okay? If you're interested in dating beautiful Russians, there's an ad here for you. So I'm gonna scroll down and we see Juan Pablo. So this video is probably where this video here is where people are finding you and they're going here.
Minimum payments.
So, and this, okay.
Okay. No, I was gonna say, like, if you go back, you're trying to make all the suggested videos on the right be 100% finances, right?
Hold on, it's got to load.
Minimum payments. Account is considered delinquent.
No, these are going to be whatever YouTube thinks is relevant, and apparently it thinks yours are relevant. So he does have a few. Okay, there's more than 2. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, you've got several over here. So let's see, how to buy, repair your own credit repair without bad credit. Okay. Credit repair, hard inquiries, credit. Okay, so you got a lot of credit repair notations in there, which, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong one.
What's up, guys? I'm Carly Kloss, and today I'm going to show you how you can build your very own website with Wix.
What's going on, guys?
This is the guy. So we've got 1, how I increase my credit score. We got 2, how to remove derogatory credit report. And we've got 3. So he's got 3 over here in suggested videos. Now, what I was mentioning earlier, if you look at, you have credit score, credit cards. If we play this, I'm going to turn this down. But if we look here, this is also something, these closed captions, he's talking about credit repair. That's actually, Google and YouTube do not know, they can't read lips. The only thing they can process, even on videos, is words. So the more words you have to tell them what your video is about, meaning the right title, the right description, the right tags, and the closed captions, that's how it's pulling and relating this and say, okay, this is about credit repair, and it's doing the same thing for Juan's videos and all these other ones. So that's where the algorithm works, and you're showing up in the suggested videos, but you're showing up by default. Like if you look here, this guy does not have any tags. His description is really basic. Not using any tags. And if we go here, this tool here is called TubeBuddy. You see over here on the right hand side?
Yeah, TubeBuddy.
Yeah, it gives me some general information. But when we look at Juan's, look at all these keywords that are popular, the tags that he's used. So that's helping him show up in other people's videos. The challenge is these aren't as targeted to the title, and there's no description here, which means you're leaving a lot of traffic on the table. And when I mentioned getting searched for certain terms, I'll show you exactly how to do this, but by putting the right keywords in here, and we have I call it the 4-4-3 strategy for tags. I don't like to use more than 12 tags, but we use 4 very, very targeted tags. Then we use 4 more that are a little more broad. And then we use 3. Now you can mix the variations, but you use 3 really broad terms. If you look at it as a funnel, if I gave any of you these keywords and you saw them, you should be able to dictate what I'm talking about. That's what we want to do here in YouTube. So there's some good ones in here, but there's way too many that aren't specifically targeted. You know, some of these are good from like a, so let's go for this one here. So we have how I increase my credit score from 500 to 822 FICO score. So I would put like a how to improve your FICO score. That would be one of the targeted terms. How to increase your credit score will be another targeted term. How to increase your credit score to an 822. Then I would go, okay, remove bad credit. Get rid of bad credit. These will be general.
Are you saying all we need is 12 tags?
Yeah, you want 12 targeted tags, but you want to have them built out so if anybody reads those tags, you know off the bat, this is what it needs to be talked about. Now, here's the other thing, and this is something I'll, matter of fact, let me find that video that I did. I did this yesterday. I'm going to show you. You can also show up in people's tags. I mean, in other people's suggested videos. Now, it's not 100%, but it does work. If you use the same tags they used, or even their names. So I'll show you, for instance, I was looking at Grant Cardone's video. He's got Ty Lopez in there. He's got one of the guys you mentioned. He's got a funky last name, Juan. Starts with a P. When I was asking.
Oh, that's Lewis homeboy, Puchigoski.
Yeah, Puchigoski. He had Puchigoski in there. He had Ty Lopez. He had somebody else. He was using their names in the tags, and he's showing up in their related videos. So like I said, you can force showing up in somebody's related videos by taking your competitors and putting some of them in the tags and extra. And also a way I like to do it is putting it in the description, but instead of just throwing it in there like, wait a minute, why is this dude throwing my name around? It's a really simple fix. You do your video as normal and you be like, I want to give a shout out to these other awesome dudes and put their names in there. And that's how you can get away with it, because who's going to get mad at giving a shout out? If they get mad and tell you to take it down, they can. But as opposed to just making it look spammy, you just say, I want to give a shout out to this individual, you know, Grant Cardone and Ty Lopez for inspiration or something. Because you know folks got egos. But it also helps you show up in their related search, and it'll drive you more traffic. And the other thing is too, for every single video you do, and TubeBuddy will do this in a massive format, every single video you do, come up with I'll call it a hashtag. It's really just a tag that you use. So it should be, for yours should be 100% financed in every single video you do, because what that's going to also allow you to do is you control the real estate right here. So if you put all of your videos have the same tag, you'll control this real estate here. Right now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, but you're competing with about 3 times more people than yourself. So when you do that, you'll basically fill up this whole thing. Now there will be others in there, but you'll be able to have all your videos here. So after they watch your videos, instead of going off of your video to someone else, like people are sending you traffic, you'll go to your own videos, which is part of the reason why when we looked at the analytics over here in suggested videos, that is part of the reason why you're showing up as your most suggested video. They're showing up in suggested videos on the right-hand side, but also afterwards. So by using the same hashtag, which, 100% financed, or same keyword for every single video, you can control that real estate. And by using the hashtag of like a Grant Cardone or like a Ty Lopez, now they're massive. They have massive followings. They're going to be a lot harder to kind of sneak into, but you could, like, so for instance, this guy here, Brandon Weaver. Let's see if he uses his own hashtag. Hard inquiries removed, credit report. He's actually got a really good, too many keywords, but he's got a good setup here. But see, he's not even using his own name in his title. So you could put you could copy that, go in here and edit yours, put Brandon Weaver, and you might be able to funnel some more traffic from him. And then, give a shout out down here. I want to give a shout out to the other credit dudes, Brandon Weaver, Ty Lopez, whatever the case may be. But once the key is you want to build out a following. You got to build out like a spreadsheet or something to say, okay, here's our people that we would like to show up. Here's people that are doing it. How can we siphon some traffic from them too? Or even work with them, especially if they're people that are sending you traffic. But the way you do that is getting in tags. Now, you will not see all of this data over here unless you have TubeBuddy. So you'll see if I switch over here to 100% financed, you can't get the tags unless you have a tool to do that. This is a normal view. So it all went away. So you're going to need TubeBuddy in order to pull that kind of information down.
And just to be clear, you mean a paid TubeBuddy account? They have TubeBuddy, but I think I have the free version.
I don't know because I don't have the free version. I had it actually the free version should give you something. They just changed to the right-hand side where you see like all that data. That's new, but that happened after I had a paid one. So I know the paid one will give it to you. I can't answer as far as the
So that's probably what we gotta move forward with. Or unless if you show us, hey, this is the steps I take to make that populate. I've never seen that feature before.
Okay, yeah.
Pay for it, and I'll do that.
It's probably the paid version then, because let's see. As soon as I go to my channel, you'll see it populate. But it's helpful because you can look in here and see like you're ranking number 5 for credit score, FICO score. That's good. So yeah, that's that. And like I said, I'll lay out some strategies and I have some outlines to show you guys kind of how to do that and what to do. So let's see, here's the keywords. You'll go through here again. Most of this is credit related. So let's go by views. All right, we're gonna sort this by views. Credit dispute, never pay collections, hard inquiries, remove, how to get 10 mistakes to, okay, credit. Now here's one that's not so much credit. Oh, I'm sorry, you know what? My bad, I'm not in. I need to go back here to YouTube search. Okay, here we go, views. So let's see, 100% financed, how to remove inquiries. I'm looking for non-credit related. Okay, how to get started in real estate. That's actually a really good freaking keyword. It's not bringing a lot of traffic yet, but let's see where you stand there. Okay, 21,000 views. So this is actually. Okay.
So why do you say that was a very good keyword?
Because it's It's what somebody would type. How to get started in real estate. If I want to get started in real estate, like what better keyword could you put in there? It's specific and it's detailed and you're showing up for it. So that's why I say that, because it's something that makes sense. With keywords, I look less at quantity and more about quality. You know, it's great to show up for FICO score, but I might want to know what a FICO score is. But if I'm looking for how to improve my FICO score or how to improve my FICO score 100 points, I'm more of a buyer. I'm more invested in the search. I'm more invested in doing whatever it is, you know, I'm trying to do with that search. So when you say how to get started in real estate, they're further along than somebody that's just typing in real estate investing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why I say it's a good term. Now, I don't have the counts and all that yet, and we'll walk through that. But I just say that because as far as intent, by reading that, you know what the intent is. And, you know, you're showing up for that. So that's a good thing. Let me see. Buying your first home, how to buy a home, business credit. So you got a few business credit ones here. But these are the type of ones we want to, you want to boost up. So I'm going to run through the rest of this analytics real quick, just so you get an idea and you're educated on what you have at your disposal right now. And then we'll walk through it. So something else to probably consider. Actually, no, this is definitely something to consider. I don't know how your site is set up, but most of your traffic coming from here, from YouTube, is mobile. So that's something to consider on the website side. And make sure that you have a good mobile experience. Because if they're coming off of YouTube and watching on YouTube and they're going to a site that's like heavy and not optimized, then that's not going to help you. You're going to lose your conversions. You're going to get a lot fewer conversions that way. Let's see here. So we got watch time. Audience retention tells you how long people stayed. So with this, you can click on individual videos and you'll see how long people stay. And I usually go down to see where they fall off at about 50%. So for this particular video, they're watching about 6.5 minutes. So what you can gauge with this is to see, look through a couple videos. So that one's 6.5. Let me see, relative. Let's check another one. Dispute charge-offs. Okay, you ran ads for this one. Skippable, organic is blue. So let's see when we drop down to 50%. Just about 6 minutes. So just looking at these two videos, something you might want to test out. Now, you want to look through all of these. I'm just going, because I'm going fast. I'd look at like your top 10 videos and see the average time. Cut your video length down to that time. See if you get better results. Because if 50% of the people are dropping off after 6 minutes, you might want to create a 6-minute video. So they watch the whole thing and see how that fares. And if you're getting higher conversions, better conversions, you know, more comments or more people going to the website. So that's just another little thing that you can do. You know, I always look at 50%. When they drop off, that means half the people are gone after that. Right now, these two videos looks like about 6 minutes. So that's some data that you can play around with, testing some shorter videos, or maybe you have a long video you cut up in 2 parts. And then I can't tell you what's going to work better or not. It's really one of those things that you want to just do it, try it, and you kind of gauge based on doing that. Demographics. I know we talked about this and you were spot on. 25 through like 44 is your main demographic. Mainly men. You see that here. And we got gender. You can click here on gender. 66% male. You know, when you're looking at targeting, etc., you know, if you're going to start some cold traffic ads on Facebook, you got your general targeting here. This is also existing on your Google Analytics. Playback locations. This just shows, you know, it's on the watch page. Embedded on external websites, so you've got a couple views from external websites. Let's see if it tells you what websites there are. More than likely, it's your actual website. Yahoo search, Google search, Credit Karma. Somehow you're showing up on Credit Karma, embedded in external websites and apps. This is actually some good information too, because somewhere along the lines, well, they tell you, they don't give you the link. Credit Karma is giving you some shout out somewhere, or they did. Capital One. Yeah, they don't give you the actual page, but this is, you can kind of do some research on these and see what works for you. Let me see if this is a backdoor. I bet you it isn't. Nope, it's not. And this also kind of give you areas that people are searching for. I personally don't see anything like a value in this right here outside of the playback locations. Hold on, we're at the top level. The YouTube watch page, which makes sense because that's where most people are going to watch it. Other areas of YouTube, which are like suggested and some other places. And then you might pull some information out of this embedded. But it's, it's good information to know. Yahoo search is sending you traffic too, so that's good. We went through traffic sources, and that's, oh, okay, we got some more down here. Annotations, which don't exist anymore, but the annotations you had, this will give you how many people interacted with them this year. Actually, this is for this video, so this is for the year. Your hard inquiry removal, you had 342 clicks. Your click rate is 0.93. Not great numbers, but these are at least something you can measure now. With cards, I see you're starting to use cards. Annotations were 100% better, but cards you can make work as well. And this is just giving you a breakdown of the cards that you have. So we've got card type, you've got a merchandise one, associated website. This tells you the videos that the cards are on, how many clicks you get. So I'd say the one that's doing the best are the multifamily and the how you increase your credit score. And let me check my list here. Okay, so that's the general of the analytics. Now, the reason that I told you that is because I wanted you to see where you stand. And like I said, here's the what Google thinks about you. And while we're here, I'm going to go to the website. There's a site called SERP. Where did it go? SERP Stats. Now, this is also a site you can use. I've got a paid version of this too, but you can also use this to find your competition and see what keywords they're using. And what this is going to do is it's going to tell me what keywords you're ranking for, and again, what your site is thought about, what Google thinks your site's about. And it's the same theme you'll see here. 100% finance, transaction machine, I don't know what that means. Automated transaction machine, not sure why you're ranking for that. Credit repair ebook, not bad there.
The automated transaction machine is an ebook.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, so I guess, are you gonna give us what you think descriptions should be like, tags should be like a kind of a general template of what you think should be done, in general?
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll give you, see, in general, it'll be hard because I don't know your niche, but what I can do is I'm going to go through the keyword research in a minute. So I'm going to show you based on what you're not ranking for right now, like the business finance. We're going to actually walk through that. That's probably what we're going to spend most of the time doing for the rest of the time.
Okay. I guess what I was asking was, in terms of a template, okay, you want your descriptions to look like this, no more than, there. You want, we want 12 tags. Don't make it too stuff like that. You're gonna.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I've already got that built out. I'll give you that, and like I said, that'll be in the action plan. So I'll give you a template, like I gave the 4-4-3 strategy. You'll get that. Title, description, tags. I'll get that. You know, the 443 is what's that? 8, 9. That's 12. So I'll give you all of that. I'm just going over it now and kind of giving you some of the resources, and I'll give you links in the documentation for these too. That's why, you know, I know it's way too much to like consume at the rate that I'm going over it, which is why it's being recorded. And I'll give you all of this in a document. It'll be a PDF along with the videos that you can go back through, and it'll have, like I said, checklists. I've already got I think it's about a 4-page checklist for you. It'll show you, you know, once we get the keywords down, it'll show you how and where to put the title tags, et cetera, and, you know, whatever else I can think of that I haven't walked over while we're going through this first session. But the key here is to find out what keywords that we need to pull so that we can do the description and get your site positioned the right way. All right, so this is your website. Again, we got business credit cards. This is your third page of Google. Business credit line. But as far as the top, you go to the top 10, you're looking at credit based. Everything after page 1, you're showing up a little bit for those other terms, but again, that's one of those things where we're going to get the YouTube channel, you know, ranking up there. And the other cool thing about the software, I'll just talk about real quick. If you scroll to the bottom, let's see, where is it? It'll show you competitors in organic search. So Ruby Home, and I don't know what this is, Ride 100%. That's weird. Oh, because it has 100% in it. That's what it is. This one here, this is real estate news. That's where they're thinking your competition is. But if you have competitors, like you can put in here Grant Cardone, you can put in here like whatever you want to. It'll pull this same level of information down, so you can kind of see what your competitors or even your, you know, partners are doing, and kind of figure out angles, figure out topics for videos, topics for blog posts. This is real good for competitive intel. All right, so let's go in here. General structure of your channel. So I'm going to go. This is moving slow. I think I got too many tabs open. Okay, so my channel. All right, my channel. Okay, so just a general structure of the channel itself, and this will probably be the easiest once we figure these keywords out. The about page. You'll want to have in here, like I mentioned earlier, the only way that YouTube or Google knows what your channel is about is if you tell them. So you'll want a very good description in here, probably upwards of, I don't remember the exact count, but I think it's 1,000 words you can put in here. You're probably, I say 250 to 300 words. You want a description that outlines all of the services and things you want to be known for. So you'll want to mention, you know, quitting your day job. You'll want to mention the financing, the business credit, real estate education and coaching. You can put URLs in there. You see there, you have one here. It's just not clickable. You know, you'll want to lay all of that out in here, because that's going to help the search engines figure out what you're about. Secondly, you'll also want to add down here, where is it? When you click the little pencil, you'll want to add links. You'll want to add your, if you have, whatever you have existing now. So you want to add 100percentfinance.com. So let me just put that, let me see.
Put 100, yeah, 100percentfinance.com.
Okay, so you'll want 100percentfinance.com. Then you click add and you add some more. But when you're done, you'll notice it's up here now. So
for business inquiries.
Clickable link.
Oh, I see it. Up there.
Yeah. So you can add I don't know how many you can add, but I know you can add at least, 8 or 10 links in here that are relevant. Now, once I get the network, you'll notice once I build begin building this network out for you, I'll put some in there because we're going to internal link, and that helps with the SEO and the video SEO side. But whatever you can think of off the top of your head, like you might want to actually put your specific products, like, come in here, you do business credit. And then you type your business credit URL and whatever other individuals, just like you do. Oh, that's not. Okay, one of your posts has like a whole crap ton of URLs in it. So you might want to put each one of those right here. So that's the about page. So I saved those in there. You want to add more in there. Like I said, and I'll give you a checklist for this. Playlist. Now, the main way that you can figure out, well, you meaning Google and YouTube, to figure out what, think about it as a theme of a channel is again, to tell it. So playlists allow you that opportunity. So when we go here, and we'll just go because this is your channel page. This is where most people will land. You've got some playlists set up here, but what you'll definitely want to do, and you can put one video in multiple playlists. You want your playlist, and I don't see anything wrong with these ones here, maybe be a little more descriptive, but you'll definitely want to put playlists that are applicable to the themes of the site. So you'll want the business financing. You have 100% real estate investing here. That's good. You'll want to have one, you got credit inquiry removal, credit repair. That's good. The other ones, real estate education and real estate education and coaching. You'll want to play this there. You'll want the hard money, business credit, etc. You'll want one of those too. And then you just drop your videos that you do have, existing and future ones, you'll drop them in there. And you can add sections to delete, so you can arrange this how you want to. But you definitely want to put those main, if you think about it this way, on your website, you've got a navigation menu. What's the purpose of the navigation menu? Is to get you through the site. That's the equivalent to a playlist on a YouTube channel. So you're telling them, here's the navigation, this is what the site is about. When you do your playlist, and again, it's going to come down to keywords. We're getting ready to dive into that, but I just want to kind of set, level set up top. So if we go, let's take anti-broke talks. This playlist here.
Let me ask you, Damon. Let me ask you, and by the way, guys, I left the computer so I can't see screens and so forth. But in regard to the playlist names, you think it's better to go with something more general or generic, like anti-broke is basically motivation, or should I have it anti-broke, and people might be inquisitive and say, oh, I wonder what this is, or should it plainly say like motivational videos?
You can do a combination of both. Probably for the anti-broke, I'm not sure how many people are looking for anti-broke, but it's good for branding. So you could put like anti-broke, self-help motivation talks. If that's really not making sense, but you see where I'm going. You can call it anti-broke, motivation talks from the heart or something. So you combine the keyword that people will be looking for and then a little branding piece like the anti-broke.
All right, great. So you got that branding with the playlist. So with anti-broke, you can relabel it as anti-broke : self-help and motivation.
Yeah, got it. That actually sounds good. And in the playlist, don't leave your description blank. In the description, here's what you want to do. For each description, what you're going to want to do is write a description of it. Explain, this is anti-broke motivation talks, self-help to get you through your first couple real estate deals, to keep your confidence up, whatever you want to put in there. But, words around the topic. that makes sense. So it's themed, you know, the motivation, and always put a URL back to somewhere. Like if you want to put a URL in there, put a URL to the website or a specific landing page or a specific area to the website. And that's it for playlist now. Now we get to video optimization. I'll go a little deeper, but for now, what we're going to do now is I'm going to open a series of tools, and we're going to see what we can do to find some keywords for what you're not ranking for right now. And the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to get some keywords. Then you're going to want to create a playlist and write out a playlist. So I'm just going to go through a few tools that you can use. TubeBuddy is one of them. But before I go to TubeBuddy, I'm going to go to a few more because I'm going to because I don't know. This is what I would do if I were to, you know, sit down and do this optimization and, you know, spend hours going through this. I'm going to walk through the process that I would do to learn about whatever industry I want to go into. But you guys can help me cheat because you guys know the industry. So let's see. There's a tool here. There's a bunch of them. Let me see which ones we'll do. We did the keyword planner, TubeBuddy. We'll go through that. All right, we looked at YouTube Analytics. We're going to go through, there's this tool called keywordtool.io. Now, what this tool is, and I'll show you real time. Let's see, what do we have? Business. Let's look up business capital. When you start typing, see how that fills out?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we do business, let's do business credit, and then I do A. That'll give me all the stuff with A. Business Credit Academy, approved, American reviews, analysis. If I get rid of the A and go B, it gives me all the words with B. C, very time consuming. What this does is it pulls it all down for you. There's a Google tab and there's a YouTube tab. We're gonna go to the YouTube tab first. Google's gonna give you a whole lot more, but we're gonna centralize this on YouTube. So let's do business credit. When you hit search, it's going to run through here, and it gave me 130 unique keywords around business credit that people are actively searching for on YouTube. Now what my job is to go through this and see what's relevant. And the more focused keyword term, and we're going to go through a few of them, but the more focused keyword term that's like, it's general, but it describes the category, that's what we'll want to start the playlist title as. So if we walk through, okay, this is business credit. So we'll go business credit with personal guarantee. And I think you've got a video. And oh, let me preface this too. This is also a very, very good way for you to optimize your current videos and future videos and find good long tail, you know, longer focused. Remember the 443, the first 4 tags should be targeted. It's a good way to find those targeted tags as well that you'll use because you're using.
Brandon, sorry. Brandon, you understand what he means by that, right? 443?
Yes.
So like moving forward with the new videos and the past videos, we got to change the tags. I know the VA as well as you've been instructed just to put some generic tags for everything. So now it's like, especially for our top videos, we got to do that 443 model for like our top 20 videos and every video moving forward.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. Yeah.
But yeah, so just make sure document that so we know like these are some actionable steps we can.
Oh yeah. You'll get a whole sheet that I'll go through, and give that to you. So with this, let me see. So let me just because I want to. This is going to be actual. This is what you'll do, but I'm gonna do it for business credit. So let me see. I'm gonna write this down. We have business capital, business. Now I want to also mention that I am going to do this differently than you will because I'm me and you're you. And, why I might do it different. So I'm going to give you the way that I do it. Same process, but my brain works differently than you guys. But once you understand the process, you guys can brainstorm as the right way to go, because my keyword combinations might be different than yours, but the whole point you have to remember is if you look at this keyword or these topics, does it tell me anything about what my content is about? That's the key. So it's not like 100% like this is exactly how you do it. I'll give you the process, but you really got to use your own intuition, because you know your market better than I do. So you're going to know kind of what to put in. I'm just going to go high level from somebody on the outside that you can pretty much jump in most markets and kind of get an idea of what's going on. All right, so we got private money lending. And business funding. And business credit. All right, so what I'm going to do is start with, because these are all different terms that say the same thing, and there's probably going to be at least 2-3 dozen terms per term we just gave to use. So how do we know what direction to go? The way that I do that is I'm going to take the generic terms and see which ones are searched for the most. How do we do that? We're going to go back to the Google Keyword Planner, go to Tools, Keyword Planner, search for new keywords, keyword phrase, make sure I don't have anything in here that doesn't need to be. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to type in, and give me more keywords if there are more that I can put in here. There's business, credit, and
raising capital.
Oh, raising capital. Business credit, raising capital, business capital.
Business funding.
Business loan. Yep, business funding, business loan.
Credit repair.
Well, this is just for
you can do like.
Yeah, this is just
lines of credit. Lines of credit. Business lines of credit.
Okay, hold on, let's see.
So now,
You also do building credit, building business credit, Dun & Bradstreet, all those terms.
Building business credit.
Yep, Dun & Bradstreet.
All right, I think that's too broad. That's not targeted enough. So, any other ones?
Oh, okay.
I'll read them back to you here.
business credit cards.
Okay. Business credit cards. So I got business credit cards, raising capital, business cap.
Maybe venture capitalist, maybe.
Okay. Well, I know that's going to get high. I think that's a little too broad too.
Okay.
My spelling's horrible. Okay. Business capital.
What about capital for real estate investing? Is that too broad too?
That's perfect. Business loans, business lines of credit, private money lending, building business credit, and you said real estate. What was that?
Number one is building business capital. Business capital and business capital for real estate investing.
And also, maybe, I'm not sure it's related, no money down or down payment money. Creative financing, I'm not sure those relate as well, or is that going off? Yeah.
All right, so we'll start with that. And what's going to happen, because these are so closely targeted, it's going to give us a bunch more. But instead, again, you can spend literally hours. I wouldn't advise getting wrapped up. I'd spend a good amount of time doing it, but I wouldn't spend hours like, oh, we found another keyword. Take the ones that make sense and start off with those. Because the beauty of this is you sit back, let it marinate for a couple weeks to a month, see if you need a zig or zag. So, and this is where I was talking about here. We took all those terms and we're looking to see which ones, based on relevancy, which ones are being searched for the most, and also which ones are more targeted to what we need it to be. Business loans, is, of course, the most. Business credit cards is the second. Business lines of credit, I think that's probably getting closer to what you guys are talking about. Because remember, again, it's not the quantity, it's the quality. You know, I could be looking for a business loan because I want to sell flip-flops out the back of my car. It's not relevant to you guys as much. Whereas business lines of credit, or even business lines of credit for real estate, you know, and this is where I need your guidance. Like, you guys kind of tell me the ones based on the content that you put out there, which ones do you think would fit well? Don't worry about the number so much, but as far as, yes, that fits. And the zeros, I want to also let you know about these. These are estimated counts. The zeros are not really zeros, but Google will only give you a little bit of information. They're not going to give not going to give away all their secrets. And this is strictly for paid traffic. This is telling you how many people paid for these, which means these are, you know, if somebody's paying, you see they're paying $68 a click over here. So that's just something that it's an estimate. It's not in stone. That's basically where I was going with that. So out of these here, which ones do you think which ones make sense?
Well, I'm getting confused when you say which ones make sense. Are you talking about which ones make sense just for business credit, like that product we have?
Yeah.
Or are you saying which one makes sense for 100% finance in general? So.
Well, which ones make sense for the content that you produce on the YouTube channel?
For business credit.
For business, yeah, because we got a theme. Each category we just talked about, like business credit category, which ones make sense for the business credit category?
I would say the first 5. So business loan, business credit cards, business lines of credit, business funding, business credit. Yeah, so do they count business credit and business credit cards as 2 separate things?
Yes, because people type them in differently.
What about business capital? Did you put that in there?
Yeah, that's in there too.
Yep, that's in there.
Okay.
So raising capital, not so much if you're only talking about like business credit. But definitely the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first 5 to 7.
And building business credit, that's another one that's
that one's good too.
Okay. Let's see. Business credit. Okay, yeah, that's private money lenders.
People search that, but business credit is not private money. I mean, they could use it as private money. I'll leave it since it has like views already anyway.
Okay, but you create content around that though, right?
Yeah, we create content around everything on that on there. All these things.
All right, so good deal. So what we'll do is we'll take this. Now this is how this would normally work. I would take these words and copy them to a what do you call it? I'd copy them to like a notepad or something.
Yeah.
Right now, this is gonna be just act like this is a notepad. So I'm gonna go in here and say, okay, let's take business lines of credit. I just copied that. Now I'm gonna come over here to here, the keyword tool, and we're gonna search what are people looking for business lines of credit. We got 11 unique, and here's something else unique here, which is actually really good if you're looking for content to create, because if you click questions, right now there's nothing, but if we take out, if we go back to business credit, this usually works best when you have a broad term, but if we type in business credit, you can see, how does business credit work? Quick video. That's a little hack for you to find out. If you're looking for content ideas, come to this tool, look for questions, and play around with it and see if there's any questions people are asking that make sense for what you're doing. So here we go.
We want to make the titles of our video these words right here.
You'll want to use these words in the title of your video and in the description and the tags and, you know, in the playlist as well. But it's all based on what makes sense.
Okay.
So, and but what we're doing now is I'm going to walk through finding keywords for, like, we're actually going to find one for the business credit playlist. And then I'll leave it up to you guys to come up with the other missing ones, not the, like real estate coaching and education. You'll go through the same process, and it's going to take you time to walk through it. But once you walk through it, you'll be able to knock stuff out real quick. Like when a video comes up, or you can give one ideas or however it may work, but you'll have it. So like this is perfect. Business line of credit to buy real estate. Boom. So we're going to check that. Any of these other ones make sense? Unsecured business line of credit?
Unsecured business line of credit.
Okay, so, and you'll see down here in the lower right, there's a copy. I'll copy that. And this one I actually have to drop into a notepad.
So business lines of credit explained.
Okay. So we'll take that. Now what I'm doing, I'm copying to a clipboard. You can't see it because I'm not sharing that piece, but I copied those 3 to a clipboard and they're on my, hold on, let me see. They're on a notepad that I'm working off of. So Juan Pablo, this is business lines of credit playlist keywords. All right, so now we're gonna go back over here to our, so we had business lines of credit, building business credit. Let's try that one out. Business line of credit. Okay, wait a minute. That didn't work. Building business credit. So now I'm just gonna paste this one in here. Hit search, we got 7. These are so targeted that they're not gonna get, like some of them you'll get like 500 keywords. Pain in the butt because you gotta go through them. But because these are more focused, it's easier to pull them down. Building business credit fast. Which one? Tell me which ones it needs to check.
I'm looking. Building business credit with no. Actually, none of these. Yeah,
Okay.
so none of these.
None of those. Good enough. Let's do business.
Hold on, what's wrong with building business credit fast?
Because they're gonna think that it's you know, the business credit without a personal guarantee. That's what this is. Seems like.
But, okay, because it did work. Like when I put, how to get business credit without a personal guarantee. So I'll talk about how to do it. Dun and Bradstreet, get your payday score compliance, but I make it seem very cumbersome and laborious. They're like, you know what? This is way too much work, way too expensive, and it's going to take too long. So you know what? I see his argument why PG is better, and they end up signing up for PG. So even though the title says unsecured, but I talk them out of it in the video.
Oh, all right. You clickbaiting people.
Basically.
Yes, all of those are relevant then. If he's gonna do it like that.
Okay, but see, as we go through this, you'll see how to use this. So you guys will have the discussion, whatever needs to come out of that. But this is, I'm gonna copy these, but that's actually really good dialogue because that's how it should work. You're gonna think different than, I was thinking go with building business credit without personal guarantee, but I know nothing about the space. And Juan's he's got a really good idea. Somebody's looking for the quick fix, like, oh man, this is too much work. Boom. So it happens organically, but this is a really good example, unintentional example, but that's a good example there. So, all right, so we got business. Let's go with business credit cards. And I'm gonna check the questions first. Nope, no questions. All right, what about on here?
The business credit cards without a PG. I mean,
Oh, PG, personal guarantee. I was wondering what that was. Gotcha. What about for bad credit? You guys discussed that, or?
I mean, with Wild Strategy, you could click all of these, but like, do you?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to some of these keywords, and as you go through some of these keywords, you're going to notice because you have videos that exist already. You're going to say, you know what, these keywords will be good for that video. Might not be for the playlist, but it'll be good for that video. So, you know, you'll want to keep that in mind. Right now, I'm just doing for the playlist. So if it's not, what I can do is copy it and I'll give them to you guys and you can put them where you want to. But right now, we're just focused on the playlist. So I actually think we have what we need. But tell me what makes sense on here, even if it minorly makes sense, and I'll copy it over.
Business credit cards 2017, business credit cards for new businesses. That one's really good.
Okay, good.
Business credit cards, new business without personal guarantee.
Okay. What about business credit cards that don't check personal credit?
Yeah, that works. No, that works because like stuff like that, I'll tell them like, hey, this is how you do it without a PG, but you don't really want that because it's just like sometimes people say, you know, the customer's always right, but sometimes the customer's not always knowledgeable. They don't know what the hell they want. They're just like, oh, I want to start a business, but I don't know. I just heard I want my credit because I think they should be mutually exclusive, my business and my personal credit. But it's like, duh, everybody wants that in a perfect world. But that's not what the banks think. If you're just starting out. So I like to use that as like, and I challenge their mindset on that.
Small business credit cards. Business secured credit cards. Unsecured business credit cards.
You can also use business credit for a startup. Like I assume startup will be a nice keyword, and every startup outside of real estate is interested in how to get capital.
All right,
how to raise capital for a new business, new startup.
Business credit cards with EIN.
Okay. All right. So,
what was the problem with just selecting all of them again?
Well, if you select them all, you want to go through. You really want the ones that you think you're going to use because this list is already what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got about 15 keywords already. You're eventually going to have to go through those and see. We're not even going to use those. Why did we select it? So we just want to be very selective about the ones that we're doing. Now, when you're looking at an actual video that exists and you're doing this, it might be a different mindset because you've already done the video. You know what it's about. You know this fits, this doesn't. But the beauty of this situation here is pick what works. Like I said, Juan's thinking about it a little differently than you are. Pick what works for now, but you may end up having 2 or 3 keywords that you can create a whole new video around. So this works also well for creating new content because this is what people go on YouTube looking for. So if you copy them all, it's just way too much. You have to go through that eventually.
Yeah, what we can do, Lewis, is piggybacking what Damon said earlier. I have several old videos. I haven't had any new videos, but old videos about without using a personal guarantee. And then we can use those words, keywords, just for those videos. And then videos of how to get business credit instantly, we can use a different set of keywords. So like what we have to do is just dissect our playlist for business credit and all our other business credit videos and do it that way. And that's good. Then now it reminded me like, oh, I need to create more videos on the, without a personal guarantee to really challenge people and say, hey, just apply, man. It's free consultation. What you have to lose? We'll tell you more about it.
Yep. Okay. So that was, I copied those over and let me do this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna make a mock-up document so you can see the keywords I got here. Let's go to Google Docs. And remember, the playlist we want to be really general. So these top 4 here, I think, are really good because we got business credit cards and all that. So we're basically going to make up, literally, make up a playlist title that kind of encompasses everything that will fall under there. But before we do that, I want to do one last check here. I'm going to go to, let's see. I don't know what account I'm in. Okay, let me go back to my account. I'm going to go to TubeBuddy, and I'm going to show you how TubeBuddy works. Now that we found that, now you can use TubeBuddy alone by itself. You don't have to use the Google Keyword Planner and KeywordTool.io. I do because that's a process that I've created a while ago, and it works really well for me. But once you get moving, you might see TubeBuddy is going to work better for you in certain situations, so you can just run straight through it. But I'm just going through the process of how I determine, you know, where to start with the most, you know, what's getting the most exposure. So you come over here to hit Tag Explorer, and let's see here. Let's go back to this. We have business line of credit, unsecured business credit for startup. Let's do business line of credit and see if anything new pops up in TubeBuddy. Let me try something else. Real estate line of credit. Wonder if anybody looks for that. Okay. Oh, all right. Now here's something that's actually, this is one reason that you'll want to use TubeBuddy. The 443, the way you find the main keywords, like the bottom 3 right here, estate, real estate investing. This will give you keywords that you can use, and you can actually, if you select these, you can actually import them right into the video. You're like, if I'm on a specific video, because I'm on your account, well, I'm on your video on my account, I can't do this, but if you're on your own account, you can import the tags right here from TubeBuddy. You don't have to like copy and paste.
Okay.
But yeah, so we have, let's see, real estate line of credit. These will be good tags, you know, real estate, property. That's probably the 3 tags I'd use for the bottom 3 for the tags. When you go to auto suggested, it'll give you auto suggestions. It'll give you results. So if we look through here, let's see if you show up in here. This is actual search results. Don't see Juan Pablo in there. Okay, so now let's go to the original term was business line of credit. I just thought I'd get creative and try real estate. So we go over here to summary. Okay, there's your bottom 3 right there. Line of for tags for your videos. Line of credit, credit industry. And what TubeBuddy does is it basically goes and scours all the top videos that are showing up for that and sees what the similarities are. These are the most used tags. There's a reason they're showing up top. So these will be your bottom 3. You can look at trending. Sometimes you'll see, like if we just did, let's just do credit. I guarantee you there's some trending here. Yeah, see, if you just did credit itself, you'd see that, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for business line. All right, so business line of credit, auto suggested. Now this is the same thing that you receive when you come over here to KeywordTool.io. Business line of credit explained. Does that look familiar? So it's pulling from the same place, but it does give you a little more, it wraps everything up. Like the summary is good for your tags. You might find some extra tags in here. It gives you Google Suggest too. Instead of having to hit the tab in KeywordTool.io, it gives you, you know, the top level for both of those. Business line of credit loan, business line of credit for new business. You might say, hey, that's kind of, I like that keyword. I want to put that in there. So you copy that to your clipboard. Now you'll see it says copy to clipboard up here. What you can do is you can create tag lists. So for instance, if I want to call this business line of credit, and this is in TubeBuddy, I just call it business line. I can go in here and save all my tags on this computer under that. So I would go, so I check this, and I'd say copy tag to business line. And then I'll come over here to summary and I'll check this, and this. And I'll say copy this to business line, copy. Then I can come back here and click business line and it checks everything automatically. So it's got a little bit of storage. So literally you can walk through the process and save all the keywords in groupings that you're going to use regularly. And then when you start a new video, you go to an old video, you just come over here and you say, okay, I'm going to go to Vivint, or I'm going to go to business line. I'm going to copy this. And then when I come over here to my YouTube video, which this is a YouTube video, but it'll paste them all there, just like that. So that's the advantage of TubeBuddy. You can do some research, lock everything up that you need, and save it in its own playlist, for lack of a better term, in TubeBuddy that you can then use and just dump into your videos, and you can delete what you don't need, etc. So from a video management process, TubeBuddy is awesome. Let me see here. So we got business line of credit, to buy real estate. That's the same thing we got here. Yeah, so, all right, so we got those, and then results, again, it will give you the search results. So if you want to check real quick, instead of going back and forth to YouTube, you can be on the same video and check your search results and see, hey, are we showing up for business line of credit yet? Let me see. Erica, credit repair for mortgage brokers and realtors. I don't see Juan Pablo in there yet, but that's going to be the key here. So, okay, on that note, I don't see you here, so let's do this.
You scrolled past us. It was there.
Okay, let me just do business. It wasn't loading quickly, so. Now this guy, look, you notice this guy, he's showing up a lot. And he's not even as old as you guys. So as you're scrolling and checking keywords, pay attention to those similarities. Like this dude keeps popping up.
Who you talking about? What guy are you talking about? Because I'm driving, so I don't see.
It's Business Credit is the name of his channel, but it's a guy. It's a he looks like a white Mike. Huh?
Is he dark skinned, black guy?
No, he looks like a white Mike Tyson. Okay, but I do see you're way down low. You have more views than them, but let's do a little investigation here. I'm gonna click this guy because he's getting some traffic. He's got tag. Look at his tags. New business line of credit, business line of credit, business credit, how to get a business line of credit. Good tags there. He's slacking over here. Oh, no, he's not. Hold on.
No, he's not.
Nope, he's got a pretty well optimized post. See, he's got the business credit in here. He's got the URL. Now, here's a little trick for you. Whatever keyword you're going for, or even if it's the title, always put the title first. Then put a link. Then put your description. And I'll give this to you in a cheat sheet, but that's just to remember. While you're in there, and again, I have this documented. I'll give it to you. Once the video is published, put a link to your channel in the description. Put a link to your playlist that is housing this video in the description. The reason you do that is because, as you know, the spiders, they call them search engine spiders, go through it. When they see links, they follow them. When they follow them back to other areas that are relating back to where they are, they like that. And you'll also want to put a link to the actual video. So I would take this link up here and put the actual link to the video in there, which is why I say you want a 300 to 500 word description if you can, so it doesn't look like a crap ton of links in there. But I'll lay all that out for you. And again, like you guys can ask questions on that on the next session or even now. But this guy has a well-optimized post, which is why he's showing up for business line of credit. Now I'm going to go to Juan's. Let's go to Juan's. And skip the ad. Okay. So let's see how to get business how to get business credit, how to increase business credit lines. Showing up for that. That's not a bad keyword term. The rest of them, not as targeted. So he's got opportunity there. So I would even take the same keywords that he was using. And even here's the other thing. Let's look at this. I would take this business credit, put that in your tag. So I take his tags he has here, because you can actually copy these. Like if you look here, see the copy too? You can copy all those, and I can copy them right to business line right from here. So I just took his tags. Didn't take them from the video, but it's an easy way for you to grab tags of competitors, and you can cherry pick what you want to put in there.
And this is using TubeBuddy, right?
Yes, this is with TubeBuddy.
TubeBuddy, cool.
Yeah, and then business credit, well, see, he's got a channel called Business Credit, but if his name was like the White Mike Tyson, you could copy that out and stick that in your tags too, and potentially show up at the end. So let's see who shows up at the end of his videos. See, he's showing up in a lot of his videos, probably because he's using some of the same tags, but that's somewhere you can show up. And let's see if Juan shows up over here.
So do we need different tags for each video? Let's say we create a business credit video 1 and another business credit video 2. Should they have the same tags or should they have different tags?
You should play around with it. If you can make different tags, because you don't want to just throw a crap ton of tags in. So if there's different tags that are still similar, you can use those. You could use all the same tags, and your videos will probably show up the same way. I mean, it really depends. The algorithm changes, but that's a situation where you want to do what makes sense. And yeah, see, Juan's not showing up over here, so there's probably opportunity because this guy he's got most of the space for business line of credit. So let's check this first video. Let's see what he's doing. Yep, he's got almost business lines of credit requirements, but he's got almost the same keywords as the other one. So he's got a lot of similarities. Now you see Juan Pablo is showing up here. Number one. So it's one of those things. Once you know what they're doing and you play around with it, then you'll be able to determine, okay, yeah, this is we're getting more traffic to this video. So this is the other thing, very important. If you do something.
Oh wait, hold on, guys. I gotta cut out. All right. So good luck with the rest of the meeting. I'm about to do this event.
All right, man. Cool. All right, good luck at the event.
All right, take care. Thank you. All right, bye.
All right. Yeah. Now with the rest of this, when you're doing this, I would keep whatever works for you. But when you make a change to any of the videos, keep a diary or a journal of it. More of a journal. What I do is I keep your spreadsheet, the date, the URL of the video, the name, and what you did. And just leave it alone and come back. Come back a month later, see if anything drastic changed. Did you shoot through the roof with traffic? Did it drop off? Did it disappear? That's important because this way you're going to know it works. I'll give you the best practices all day, but you're going to want to know when you make this change or if it's major changes, when you make these major changes, how much did it affect you as opposed to saying, oh yeah, we got a bunch more traffic, but you don't know where it came from. That way you'll know we did this and it did this. So we need to do more of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So you said the date, what was changed?
I use like a Google Doc spreadsheet. Matter of fact, let's just do this here. I'll just.
Yeah, can you send that spreadsheet to us?
Yeah, give me a sec. New Jeez. So this is gonna be it right here, and I'll share this with you. So I do once it loads, date, video, title, video URL, what changed? Man, my spelling is horrible. And then I do like effect. So you basically put the date, the video title, the URL. What did you change? You know, I changed these tags. I added these tags. I saw this optimization hack and I tried this, whatever the case may be. And then the date you checked it again, and did it have an effect? Yes, no, positive, negative. You know, what happened?
Well, what are you looking for to change?
Hold on. What? The change is what did you do? Like for instance, you got a video. You're gonna work on this.
Well, I get that. Yeah, I get that. But okay, go back to the spreadsheet. Let's say it's today, August 1st, and you change something. You write down what you changed, but you didn't write down like the current stats. Like, what am I comparing it to?
Oh, well, that's where you want to put on here. Well, see, with the videos, I leave it open-ended, so you'll put, what changed and where you are. What changed and status, or something like that. Usually I call it notes, and I'll put in there, I changed these tags and I changed this, and I was like number 2 in the search, or I was number 20 in the search in YouTube. Next month when I check it, I'm number 2 in the search. Okay, what I did made a difference. It boosted me. And now I'm getting 25 more referrals from videos. And it's not something that you can just like sort other than date, but it is something you can look at and see, okay, we did this and it had a positive or negative effect. Well, here's what happened. But at least whatever works from, your organizational perspective, whatever works for you to see and gauge progress on what you did.
All right, so I need to know what the key metrics are for YouTube. Like, what do you look for to know if a site or channel is good, if it's bad? Like, what are the key metrics that I need to be playing around with? I know one of them is the views, like you talked about.
Yeah.
Another one you talked about is the place when you search things. Like, what place do you come in?
Yeah, where you show up in search, the traffic the video is getting. I mean, that's ultimately what's going to give you what you need. So search, traffic. When we look at the analytics, suggested videos, you guys are crushing it with that. What I would say is you're showing up more when you go to the search. So let's go.
Do we want to know, do we want to keep track of subscribers? Like subscriber rate per month?
There's a lot of key metrics. Matter of fact, let's circle back to that because I don't know if subscribers make a difference to you. Personally, I don't really care about subscribers. I care about what's happening from my videos. Am I getting leads or am I making money? That's my core metrics. Okay. Make these changes, getting more exposure, getting more traffic to the videos. And we haven't gotten to this yet, but are people going from my videos to my pages to sign up for whatever I'm offering? That's really the metric that I'm looking at.
Oh, okay. So are they clicking through? That's another metric.
Yes. And we didn't get to that yet, but actually, matter of fact, let's finish up here. So let's get this first.
Okay, I'll let you finish. And then because I really want to know metrics.
No, absolutely.
Because we're going to be looking at a bunch of numbers. There's no point in looking at them if we don't know what to do with the data.
Yeah. No, you're right on that. And that's probably a conversation we'll have to have on a second or third, like more in depth, because I haven't even gone through like what I was talking about with tracking the clicks and all that. We haven't even gone through that yet. This is just getting the general optimization done for the video. So playlist. So we're going to call this business credit. So all I'm really going to do is mash these words up so that I can fit them into something that makes sense. So I'm thinking real estate business lines of credit. As far as summing up the current videos you have, is that a accurate description?
Playlist for what? Can you say that again?
For the business lines of credit.
Yeah.
If we called it, real estate business lines of credit, is that pretty much encompass what the video's about?
No, oh, you want a name for the playlist?
Yeah. It's the name for the playlist / category. Like, this is the category. So if you read this, this is about business lines of credit for real estate investors.
I would say business line of credit for it's not only for real estate. Like you could use it for real estate, you can use it for any business. You can actually use it for anything.
Okay, business line.
And do you want to make it business lines of credit? Because that's business funding, business capital will be the more general term.
Okay, so let's do this. All right, because we didn't. And we can add those keywords too, but we didn't do that research. So business funding. Okay, you're showing up there. Boom. All right, so let's look here. Business funding, small business funding, business, more keywords that will work well for your videos. In your the last three. Auto suggested business funding option, business funding with bad credit. Okay, and the other was business capital.
Yes.
Capital business, small business, auto suggest, business, small business capital. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, because I don't want someone to look at it and say, "Oh, business lines of credit for real estate," and think that it's only pertaining to that.
Okay, then that totally makes sense. That's why I was asking. So we'll have funding, capital, business.
Or business credit could work too.
Okay, how about this? Business credit. That seems like would encompass everything. Business, credit, funding, and capital.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay, so we're going to take this. I'm going to copy this. Let me see. This is, okay, that works. Oh, that was the other thing as we go through this. It looks like you're doing that. Are you guys putting the podcast on the channel, the YouTube channel?
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's a recommendation.
Yeah, we will be.
Okay, good. That's a recommendation I had. I think I talked to him about that. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Because I have another client that I've done that with. But yeah, definitely that'll be a playlist, whatever the name of the podcast is. But definitely make sure that you, when you get a chance to put the podcast on, do this keyword research for each one. This topic is specific because this is a different audience. Somebody might be on YouTube that's not over there. So you're now opening yourself up. And I said, once we get this network done being built, not only will you, for podcasts, you show up wherever your podcasts are and you show up on YouTube and you might even show up in Google for certain things. So now you've got 3 areas of traffic that can help you out. So, okay, so I'm going to playlist. We're going to go new playlist. Paste that in there. Create that. And then you're going to want to go in and obviously put your videos in here. But for the description, I do this. Give it a title. well, business lines of capital should be the first thing. Then you'll do the HTTP : 100% and then give it a description. This playlist will contain business capital, funding, credit, information, explanation, details, checklist, how to go from a 200 personal credit score to an awesome business, whatever the case may be, but you'll want to give a nice little description in here. And here is another tool that I'll give you that is when you're writing your descriptions, instead of just saying like business capital, Google has it's called semantic markup. Basically, there are other words, synonyms, basically. It's like using the thesaurus. There are synonyms that Google can pick up and YouTube can pick up, and they know, even though it's not the business cap, you're not saying business capital all through, you're saying business financing, you're saying business credit. There are other words that they know go with that topic. Again, it's topically relevant that you'll want to use to write better descriptions. And this tool right here will give you those keywords. So you can, you can write better when you're doing your descriptions. So let's see, it's called LSI, and I'll give you this as well. LSI graph. So if we did,
I don't know if you talked about this before, but description for each video, or is there like a hack for that with TubeBuddy where we upload one and it does it for all the videos?
You can do that. I would not recommend it because unless the videos are all the same, I would do, moving forward, I explained to Juan, have somebody create, there's a couple different things you can do. Have somebody create a checklist that before he speaks, he has a checklist and gives you that checklist for you to fill out. Or for the other videos, I told him if he takes his phone while he's recording the video and opens up a Google Doc and hits the microphone button on there and talks while he's doing the video and has it maybe in his pocket or something, it'll transcribe what he's saying.
Oh, yeah. So you could just take that and use that as the description?
Yeah, you just modify it. Now, for the old descriptions, and this is a hack that I'll give you, it still works, but we can take the closed caption text, which is not 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Take the closed caption text and turn it into clean text that you then have to go through and format. Add punctuation, spacing, strip out what you want to, but at least it has the core of what he's doing. Or you can just create an outline, but eventually, you'll want to go through the older ones and add those, because doing that is going to help you rank in general, get in more searches, because most of the competitors that I've seen for you guys that are sending you traffic aren't even doing that. And they're breaking it in.
So then, okay, so basically the only automated hack is for tags, the tagging system. But for descriptions, we have to go in there and manually do it.
Well, for the descriptions, you can go in there and mass stick a description in there. I wouldn't recommend it. The reason I say I wouldn't recommend it, I wouldn't recommend it to have all the descriptions the same.
But what about all descriptions for a particular topic?
Now, all descriptions for a particular topic, if it's relevant to the video, then I would switch it up slightly. So what you can do is run it, maybe this is probably the best bet, because I see where you're going, because it is a lot of work. I would create a base, like you can put the URL for the playlist in there, you can put the URL for the channel. You can't do the video because the video is not going to be the same on each. You can put, the tags, you can put the URLs that you're going to send people to, and we'll talk about, cookie cuttering those URLs. And then maybe you have the last paragraph that talks about an overview. So then all you have to do is go back to each video and plop in, okay, here's 5 points that went in this video. So get creative with it. But I wouldn't say just every single video in the playlist is the same. You want to have some sort of changes, even if you take like what I just said.
So basically, do you think having it currently sit the way it is right now with the current descriptions is better than just making all of them the same for a particular subject. We're gonna change it anyway, but I wanted the quickest fix to what we have now.
The quickest fix
saying?
to what you have now would be to have each one should be unique. Now, how unique is a different story. But like I said, if you just do playlist wide, we're just doing business credit for here. You just do the business credit. Maybe there's 15 videos in business credit and they all have the same, let's call it a footer. And then you go into each one of those 15 and you listen to the video. Okay, here's 5 things you're going to learn about. And then you drop those 5 things on top of the footer. Now you've got 15 unique videos. Each one of the videos is talking about something different. So you take the main topics and drop that on top. So you're not creating a whole new, you don't have to go through the transcription and do all that, but you do have a level of uniqueness for each one, and it takes your time down because you don't have to write 500 words, 500 unique words. Okay, so let me do this. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. So this will make sense.
I think I get what you're saying. Like the first half could be templated to sending them to our website, sending them to our funnel, things like that. But the bottom portion is going to be specific to that video.
Reverse that. The bottom portion would be templated. The top portion is going to be the keywords you're trying to rank that particular video for, the URL, phone number if you put that in there, and then here's what you're going to learn in this video. A, B, C, D, E. Cookie cutter, template at the bottom. But so it adds a level of uniqueness. And I mean, you can get as creative. I would say personally, I would not recommend you do that. If you want to go ahead and try it, I don't know if it's going to work. I just try I keep things above board from, I try and make things at least as in a straight line as I can go.
Okay.
So, and I mean, it's one of those things you might want to, maybe with the motivation, you try that with motivation and see if it makes a difference, because motivation isn't as big as a deal as business funding, because you're getting business and money from that. Motivation, you're just motivating people. So you might want to try it over there and see how it works. And if it works, then hey, Damon, guess what? We figured this out. Let me know. I might try it too.
Okay.
But try it on the small things. Now, let's see, we're coming up on 8:02. One more thing I wanted to mention. I didn't get a chance to cover everything, but I'm gonna schedule the next call with Juan. Let me see. Actually, we covered most of it. I'm gonna give you the checklist, playlists. We talked about the competitors. One thing that I recommend highly, which will make your lives much easier, figure out, I know you've got several products. I have to go back through it. Theme out your products and create 5 separate 20-second endings that you always use depending on the video. So if he's talking about business credit, you don't want to send them on the free ebook about credit. You want to send them to the business credit page. So you'll have a cookie cutter. So you already have a cookie cutter intro, right?
Yeah.
You have a cookie cutter outro too. And that's where you put your card, the little YouTube card that comes out. You have a script, and we'll walk through this. As a matter of fact, let me do it now. I'm testing this now. This is a bad example because I have to do it before I can figure out how the positioning was going to be, but you'll get the idea of what I recommend you doing, because this is actually something that I'm doing, and I don't know why this. Hold on. Oh, that's why. All right, so let's see. Boom. This is the channel I'm just starting up now. But I want you to look at this ending here. So, where'd it go? See this end card. What I want you guys to consider. Now, this is really basic. You can see this is really basic, but I'll tell you what I did here. I'm going to update it. This is the end of the page they get to, afterwards. So Juan goes through and he says, you know, whatever he says, you know, you've got the call to action and all that. But the key here with the end cards are you have however many products you have. Maybe you've got 6 different products. You have 6 different end cards. And all you'll do is after the video's done, you tack the end card at the end, and it's related to what the video is about. This is a way to drive more people to wherever it is you need to drive them to. So for instance, this one here, my script is something along the lines of this. Click the subscribe button. You see subscribe, there's an arrow, which the arrow didn't point at. Let me see the arrow. Hold on. Okay, here it is. You see the arrow. The arrow points out and the little subscribe box pops up. When you roll over that, boom, you can subscribe. So I say subscribe more for more information on generating more leads and filling your real estate pipeline. And then I mentioned, you see the 2x sales. This makes sense when you hear it. And the reason I say it was off, I had to test it. See this arrow? It's not directly under the I for the card. So I need to change my template. But what I say is, if you want to 2x your real estate sales this year, click the little I in the upper right of your screen. And when you click it, it'll take you over to my landing page where they can sign up more. So you're basically at the end of it, you're telling them what to do for the particular products. And this is a great way to drive traffic. Annotations was better, but they killed annotations, so we can't do it. But this is a great way for you to, every video has the intention of driving somebody somewhere. And then you can also put, which this one, it was here a minute ago. Okay, it says videos unavailable, but you can also put like a next series of the video playlist or another popular video. And you say, hey, you know, go check this video out over here. And for more business credit advice, or go check this playlist out for more video advice. But by doing that, you're going to add a lot more clicks to your website or to the specific areas of the website, which is extremely important, because I've noticed Juan was doing some things where he was saying, you know, go to 100percentfinance.com and then go over to, you know, click the button that says credit. You're asking people to do too much, which obviously people are doing it, but there are a lot of people that aren't. So if you can direct them straight there by having basically templated end cards that you just tack on to the end of every video based on the content of that video, that's going to help you drive more targeted traffic to those pages. Now, unfortunately, you can't do anything really like this to the videos that exist already without losing the rankings, but moving forward, you can. So that's something that I was going to, you know, I'll go more into that. But because this little I is so darn small, and, you know, it's a lot of people that hate the fact that they did this, but you want to be able to call that out. I've actually done videos where I pointed in the upper right of the phone. Well, it's actually, I was on the phone, but in the video, I've pointed to it. So you're drawing attention to it, because calls to action are called that for that reason. They're calls to take action. So if you tell somebody, hey, if you want to, you know, if you want to really get business credit in the next 5 days, go ahead and click the little I up top here in the upper right. You see a little I, click that, and then you'll see a pop-up. Click that pop-up, and it'll take you over to my page, and you can get your download or whatever the case may be. By just saying that, you're going to get more clicks, because I've noticed in the comments, people aren't necessarily sure how to get what they need. So they're like, well, where do I sign up? Can you send me information? Even though Juan said go to the website in the video, they might have gone to the website and not realized, like, well, I'm confused. So the less confusion, this is a good way. And this is, you know, you may come up with a more creative way, but the point is, this will also allow you some consistency for your videos moving forward that will push people off of YouTube and get them onto your email list, or, you know, buy, because that's the key. Like, I never want to keep anybody on anybody else's property. I want them to go to mine. When they land on your website and they sign up, now you own them. Whereas they can shut your YouTube channel down every day and you're just screwed. So that's a way to kind of repeatedly push people down the pipeline. And it's actually less work, because you can finish up, and instead of Juan trying to remember a script like, oh, go here and do this, he just say, okay, we'll see you next video. And then you roll over to You know, it can be him actually in front of the screen talking like in the intro, and he's just pointing or whatever, but some sort of template where you're giving calls to action for subscribing, for watching additional videos, for going to the website, and then give them a direct method to get to the website. That's going to help you out. And the other key to that is by doing that, we'll also be able to track it, which you asked me about earlier from key metrics. We'll be able to track which videos will work, but I'm not going to go into that now. I'll go into that next session. But there's a quick, simple way that we can set that up to push people through.
That sounds really good. So before you, I guess you started doing stuff already, but before you started doing everything, did you actually write down where we currently are today, like, you know, August 1st, so we can kind of see the progress? And if so, or if not, then yeah, we could write that down.
Yeah, I don't have that. I have like where the video views. I mean, video views are great. I know Juan told me some. One of the challenges I had with it was you guys didn't have any metrics. Like, you just set up Google Analytics, so there was nothing to baseline against other than the fact that it looks like you guys are kicking ass. But
yeah, so I want to do the baseline now. So even though we didn't have it before, we should write down and record where we are today.
So I'd say recording wise, and I don't have these metrics, you guys would have this. Look at well, we've got the YouTube channel, not the YouTube channel, we've got the Google Analytics, but what are your weekly or monthly, however you want to go, what are your weekly or monthly leads that are coming in? And your monthly leads or sales that are coming in. And then we can look at the monthly traffic. So we go in here, because I don't have a way to tie this to your dollar amount. I know that you're getting a lot of what you're getting from YouTube, but there's no way to know that because there's nothing been put in place other than we know people came from YouTube and they're coming to the site.
Okay, so going forward, is there a way to track specifically, like, these people, these customers came specifically from YouTube? Because I know you could do it with Facebook.
Yes.
But, okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you now. It's already here, but again, I don't have anything to go by. So I'll show you. What we can see is this 100% funded? Yeah. So what we can see, if we go to acquisition, you see the Google Analytics just got installed on the 20th. And you guys already got like a nice amount of views. And the retargeting code was added. We'll talk about that later. But so we got acquisition, all traffic, channels. So because this was just set up, all we have to go from is what's here and see if this line continues to go up. So right now, if we look at social, we'd have to wait for a full month, but from the from July 21st through August 1st, which is what, 10 days?
Yeah.
1,300 visits from YouTube. Now, here's the other thing, which is you got metrics now. That's the key. We can see that, but that's just from YouTube. The other problem is, which is not really a problem, direct means somebody typed it into a search engine. I promise you that a lot of because Juan Pablo is saying, go to www.100percentfinance.com. A lot of people on YouTube are typing that in there, but we can't prove that because you can't prove a direct. It's hard to prove direct. Now, these are coming from the website, but people are actually like, see this here, these 800? Somebody's typing in 100percentfinance.com. Where else would they know how to do that except for, I'm sure YouTube is part of it. Maybe they saw a business card, but I'm thinking a lot of that is it's a spillover from YouTube, because if you say go to 100percentfinance.com, I'm going to go in the URL bar and type in 100percentfinance.com, but I didn't come from YouTube. I typed it in the search. I typed it directly in the address bar. So it's
Okay, I see what you're saying. So like if I put it on Facebook, you know, go to 100%finance.com
Yep.
and they went there, we wouldn't know if they came from Facebook or
No,
YouTube.
only way they would know is if they click a link on YouTube or if they click a link on Facebook. If they actually type it into the address bar, we don't know. So that's just a small amount of spillover, but I mean it's not major. I just want you to be aware of that. You know, there's more, you know, it's more than meets the eye. So I would say because metrics just started, from this standpoint, we need to, we can go week over week. So if we go week, what are we looking at? Let's do this. Well, I wouldn't even say a week. I'd say let's do 2 weeks. So today's the 1st. So July 21st to July 31st. So from a week perspective, nothing's been done yet, but let's look at social. 1345 this week. So next week, you know, if a change was made this week or a major change was made this week, next week, see where the traffic changes. But the more important part will come down here, which we'll go into, is under campaigns, which there aren't any set up yet, but we'll set up as a specific way we structure things and the URLs where we'll be able to tell down to a T which video is bringing more traffic.
Oh, okay.
This video is bringing us more sales for this product or this, you know, and it also comes down to, we can start traffic off the bat. You're going to need to install, what's it called, conversion codes on your conversion pages, which is in Google Analytics. If you Google add conversion code to analytics, you can give it dollar amounts and all that, and it'll tie in. You tie it into your AdWords account. It'll show you this video made you $750,000 this week, and then it'll break it down. But that's what I want to show you guys how to kind of break that down. Still not 100% because you're using YouTube now. The website is different. You have all control on the website, but you're using another property you don't own to push people down. But the key is, again, my goal is to get, you know, double the traffic you're doing and have you a tracking mechanism so you know what's working versus we're getting a lot of traffic from YouTube and we're doing good. We just don't know what we don't know.
Yeah, I see.
So metric wise, it's really hard to do because we just set this up last week. And, you know, got to add conversion codes, but what we can look at, like traffic-wise, once things change, once you start updating things, traffic-wise, okay, we see the traffic, and we're getting more traffic from here. And you'll be able to see which videos, you know, the ones that you properly tag and set up cards and all that for, which videos, and I'd probably go off the top 20 videos to start, which videos are bringing you more views, bringing you more traffic to the website, where are they going on the website, you know, make sure you're sending them directly to the area. I definitely work on those end cards this week, like some sort of templated end card so it's always consistent and branded or however you want to put it, that you just, I mean, it makes Juan's job easier too. Record the video, put the intro out, put the outro out, boom, and we know this video is going to go on this plate, it's going to send them down this pipeline for this product or these products, or we're going to send them to the homepage, whatever the case may be. You want to organize what those are going to be. And
well, we're never going to, okay, yeah. So you're saying that we basically have to create a system of doing things. So if we shoot a video for an event, then that video needs to go into the its specific place. If we shoot a business credit video, that needs to go. So everything needs to have a system. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, everything should have its place. Now you can just put new videos up if it doesn't fall within something, or you can create a general category. But your main core topics, your main core money makers, you want to have those in playlists.
All right. And the main core money makers, how do I determine that? Do I go back to like what you were saying earlier, looking at the past videos and things like that?
Oh, no. When I say money makers, I mean literally what makes you money. What products do you have?
Okay.
Yeah, you want to put the end cards together based on, so we got product 1, product 2, 3, 4, 5, and then have a generic. Go to 100% finance, watch some more videos here, and click this button. It'll take you straight to our free ebook. So you'll have focused product-related end cards that you just tack onto the videos, and then you'll have one general one. If it doesn't fall within that realm of those products, you have a general one, but that adds the consistency across all of your videos.
So what we're doing now is we're giving away like the lead magnet, the free deal analyzer.
Yes.
Should I be sending people to that, to where they're getting the free analyzer page to start the funnel, or should I send them to a sales page for whatever I'm trying to sell, like group coaching or ebook package, whatever?
It depends on the video and what you think makes sense. If the video is like some real in-depth something and it's somebody's like ready to buy, send them straight there. If you want to just send them to the lead magnet, you can send them to the lead magnet, or you can do like an exit pop where if they don't buy the coaching, they get the lead magnet. I mean, everything should really have kind of a lead magnet, but the key is just to send them, you know, if somebody's looking for, somebody comes on for personal credit and they found out how to reduce their credit score, improve their credit score, and you're sending them to a deal analyzer, I might have no interest in real estate. I just want to get my credit right so I can go buy that brand new BMW.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So, all right, I got it.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you want to sit down and kind of collectively talk to the team and see what would make sense for, well, what are we pushing, and then if you might use 2 of the end cards 90% of the time, but you're still going to need those other ones, so then you'll use those there.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, once you start laying something out or outline it, I don't have a problem taking a look at it and kind of giving my 2 cents to it.
Yeah.
But just the general concepts are, and this is something that with the channel you just saw with what I'm doing, I just started that. Facebook's been running, but I'm taking my videos off of Facebook. Probably the opposite of what you guys are doing. You guys are probably taking them from YouTube and put them on Facebook. I'm taking them off Facebook, put them on YouTube. But I'm going to recreate this first batch in the greatest film production, but the next batch will be a lot better. And I have a template that I'm building out that is just that. So you watch this, go subscribe, comment below, click the button up here, and I'm tracking that through what I was just showing you in Google. I'll track the clicks on that and see, which videos are bringing me in the most. Do I need to adjust something? Do I need to change my end cards? My end cards might suck. I might need to fix that up and do a little better. But at least I'll have some sort of baseline to go from. And for me, for that one, it's who's signing up. That's really my my main metric. Who's watching the presentation and filling out an application. So.
Okay.
All right, let me see if there's any last minute stuff, and then I'll see if you guys have questions, and we'll jump off. So we just talked about the end cards, and I can give a general, matter of fact, I'll give you a general overview of the end cards. We talked about that playlist. Oh, the other thing, make sure that you have, Juan's got some cool thumbnails, but try and keep consistency of your thumbnails, and have
what do you mean by that?
Let's do this. Okay, see these here? You got the thumbnails that are all consistent. It's him and the words, and he's got the shirt on. Then there's these. We got just keep it the thumbnails with the words and something catchy like these ones up here. Those ones will also they stand out in search. Try and keep some sort of consistency like that. even if this one here was this guy, you know, you have Juan in there because you can upload whatever you want to. You've got Juan in there with the title that goes in there. I think did I send Juan I think I sent Juan Pablo it was a video about thumbnails. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Yeah, he forwarded that to me.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And I took a look at it. So do you think it would be a good idea to have presets, like how with the other thumbnails, they're just a gray background with him in the shirt? Or do you think we should take it from the actual video and show something that's going on in that?
Well, if you look with him in the shirt, it's consistent. Like, oh, if you look at it this way, it's psychological. Like, oh, that's branded.
Yeah, that's better.
Right.
Because it's funny. I didn't know who the heck Juan Pablo was when he walked in. Because I talked to him and this other. As a matter of fact, Eric, this guy right here with the what gets real estate investors in trouble. I was talking to them too, and he had walked off, and then we ended up collecting. You know, we connected later, like a week or so later. We started talking, but he was like, "Yeah, I walked in there, and people saw me. Like, hey, you're that get rid of your job real estate guy, right?" So he's got a brand. So leverage that, you know, even if it's just a photo. Now, here's the thing. You can use, if you take a bunch of shots, which it looks like he did here, take a photo shoot behind the background of like 50 photos and just change the words out, slap them on top. They start watching the video. It goes into the video. But the thumbnails just capture people. So they're like, like the white Mike Tyson. I don't know who he was. We kept seeing him though.
The white Mike Tyson.
Right.
I keep seeing him. So that's the first thing in my head. I was like, all right, we need to see what this guy's doing.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So, in your opinion, is it better with the suit or without the suit? Like casual or more like?
I honestly don't have an opinion on that. I just say go with what you got, because I don't know what's going to work. You just gotta. The consistency piece is important, and whatever works.
Okay, I mean that's kind of hard to test too.
It is. So I would just run with what you got, but as long as it's the consistency there, that when you see this, you're like, oh, that's that dude. That's what you want people to continue to think. Like, oh, that's that guy. Because when you come down here, like look at this top row. It's pretty consistent. When you get down here, it's like, okay, it doesn't hit you the same way.
I see. So at least I think it's the blue words too. The blue words kind of make it pop and stand out.
This is contrasting very well. Contrast.
So I think Brandon and Dwayne, we're gonna talk like after this, so we can just schedule like a little meeting after. And that's something that we could talk about.
Cool.
Yeah, and let me see if there's anything else before I said I'll get you guys these notes by the end of the week because I'm about to re-listen to this, and I have notes that I took before this call, which we went through most of these. And
where are you putting all your documents? Are you giving them to do you and Juan have a shared folder?
No, I'll email them to Juan. It'll be I'll give him a Dropbox link and probably a PDF or a Google Doc.
Okay.
The other thing, which will help you out a lot. Now you can wait, or you can do it now. But you guys, I think he said he's got like 16,000 email subscribers. Every time you launch a new video, you should be scheduling out short emails like, "Hey, we just did a video about such and such," and send that to them because one of the biggest factors with YouTube as far as getting ranked quickly or whether you're going to fall is engagement. You got 16,000 people. There's no.
Yeah.
It's great you got 32,000 that get sent out from a YouTube perspective, but there's also 16,000 that are probably not there. So you'll want to send out and schedule emails, and that'll help with the engagement. Get your numbers up quicker. You're already an authority channel. That's just going to help snowball even more. So that's definitely something you'll want to be able to schedule out. And even schedule out older videos to your list too. Even though they're old, I guarantee you, like maybe one person watched more than 50%. So.
I see. So what I guess how often do you send to your list?
Well, see, you guys got a lot of videos, so I take the top ones. I mean, I've sent daily before. My internet marketing list, I don't deal too much with anymore. I'm actually going more to real estate lead gen. Well, actually, I've been doing it, but I'm working a high ticket product there. So I don't have a crap ton of leads coming in there. But in my internet marketing list, I've mailed, daily. For you guys, you're not mailing crap, you're mailing and you're helping people. So I would take your best video and schedule out, when you want to send those, and then, or right after you optimize them. After you go through the optimization, either send them then or schedule it out. However you want to work it, but the key is, especially for your new videos, how many new videos you do a week? Like 6?
So we do about 5 to 9 new videos.
Okay, so I'd say every time you do a video, send them an email. Say, hey, we just put a new video out about X, Y, Z, and here's what's going on.
So you said every time we make a new video, send them an email? Like they're not gonna unsubscribe?
Well, some people will, but here's the key with that. If they're gonna unsubscribe, they're gonna unsubscribe. If they want to do business with you, they want to do business with you, but you're not selling them anything. You're giving them information. So you got to take the emotions out of the unsubscribe, because as counterintuitive as it sounds, you'll do better by letting them know that you have some good stuff to share versus not letting them know.
So what do you think about gearing people towards trying to hit the post notifications, the little bell that they just introduced? Do you think that'd be more effective?
I have not tested that, so I have not heard anybody say like, man, these are working great. Sending out emails with new content's out, always been the best. And people are going to unsubscribe, they're going to unsubscribe. That's something you kind of got to get over. But you're giving them value. If they don't want help, they weren't going to get help in the first place.
Yeah, I see the point.
Or, I mean,
we're looking for, basically you're saying with our list, we need to be looking for more loyal, like Raven fans, pretty much. And everyone that just came on for the free lead magnet needs to go. Like, we want buyers.
Freebie stickers are not making you any money. And if people unsubscribe, I mean, you might have some loyal people unsubscribe too, but the key is you got a bunch of good content. If you're not letting them know about it, you're doing them a disservice. And by doing them a disservice, you'd be amazed at I'm pretty sure you'd be amazed at how much more money you'd make and how much more loyalty you get by telling people, because everybody doesn't go to YouTube daily like, oh, let me see what 100% finance has. But they have an email and I get it today and you know what? Let me come back to that on Saturday. Checking my email on Saturday, I'm watching like, ooh, man, that was good. Then, your job is done. But you got to let them know. And I notice every time I've sent emails out, I either get money or results.
So, okay, all right. So we're going to send them back to YouTube. That's what you're saying?
You can send them back to YouTube. You can send them to your channel, to your website.
Because I was going to put it, I didn't want to send them back to YouTube. I wanted to put the video on, I do want to put the video on YouTube, but I also want to put it in ClickFunnels, on our web page.
Well, if you put it on your web page, that's good. Now, here's the thing. The main reason I recommended that was new videos, send them to YouTube, and you can put a link in the what do you call it? You have a link to the video, obviously, but you can also put a little soft sell. Hey, if you're interested in our new such and such, you can watch this video here. You send them to the actual ClickFunnels webpage, because the point in doing this is boosting your video so it gets more traction faster.
Oh, I got it.
New videos. Now, old videos, you can do that. But the point is, like, initially, you have your subscribers getting emails, and then you have your email subscribers get emails, which means more people are watching it. You got good, valuable videos. You're getting a lot of traction that first 48 hours. YouTube's like, damn, these dudes know what they're doing. Like, we need to push them up over here and show them over here and put them in here. That's what you want. So you have assets that you can use to create that viral effect. That's what you want to do.
Got it. And this is everything we talked about today was all organic traffic, right? It's just basically making our description better, SEOs, but we didn't even talk about paid advertising yet.
Paid, probably the last section, because what's organic is, for you guys, organic is the key because you've got so many views. You've got so many views on your website. And I was telling Juan Pablo, I don't recommend going with paid traffic the traditional way because you're dealing with cold traffic. And cold traffic, if you don't know what you're doing or you're just starting out with it, cold traffic is a rabbit hole and an expense. Versus warm traffic, what we're setting up and what we have set up now, and I still didn't get that Facebook code, or maybe you can add the Facebook code to the, if you send me the Facebook code, I can add it to the page. But every viewer to your site, since we put that Google Analytics code, and every viewer over the last, every viewer to the website, we now have an audience. And every person that's watched your videos at all on YouTube, at least over the last month, we have an audience of. What does that mean? That means you now have people that know who you are, probably like you, and somewhat trust you because they've been to your website or they've been to your videos. Those are the people that you'll want to run paid traffic to because they already know you and you're not introducing them to something they don't know. So that's what I was telling Juan. That's where you want to start because that's a huge asset. Anybody that watches a video, you can put them on a list that you can go back and say, hey, watch my new video, or hey, go buy this thing, or hey, get this lead magnet. So that's what I'm putting those audiences up now. I don't have he gave me the Google code, but I don't have the Facebook code. So if you can send me the Facebook pixel, I'll drop it on the website. It's on the header of all the websites. I'm sorry, it's on the header of all the website pages. Anybody that lands on 100% financing, it's building a list up. I don't know what that list is because I don't have access to the AdWords, but what I'll do is I'll give you guys share rights and show you how to find it and get in there and pull it down and set that list up. And then what I'd be thinking about now is put your thinking caps on and say, okay, we have a list of people that came to the site. Some people we know what they did, some we don't, but we know they came to the site or they watched some of our videos. They're familiar somewhat with us. What is the next step down the buying process? Should we give them more content? Should we tell them to go sign up for this webinar? Should we invite them over to a Q&A session? Maybe if they watch credit repair videos, we give them this. But if they're looking for business financing and they watch some business financing information, we give them this. So you really want to think about how you can segment out somebody that is aware of what you're doing and figure out what's the next step to get them closer to buying or becoming a coaching client or whatever the case may be. Because that's where you want to put your ad. That's how you want to put your ads together, your video ads. If you want to run Google search or display, that's the next step. Because right now you're building those, and because you have so much, or back to what you were saying about organic, you use the organic traffic to build lists of retargeting people that you now run paid traffic to, so it's a double whammy. So you're using the free to get paid, basically. And you have the audiences, and they're warm. They're not cold, because the cold audience can be a beast, especially, even for somebody experienced. You got to warm people up typically first. And then you can, then they're more susceptible to listen to what you got to say. As opposed to, out the door, spending $500 or $1,000 just to get data to figure out your message is wrong and you got to adjust it. So does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's how, after I started speaking to him and I saw the amount of views and traffic I was assuming, but then I found out there's no code, so I was like, oh man, we got to get this code on here. That's the best place to start. And once you start there, it's as simple as just, I'll guide you through the process of creating the different ads. After that, it's just figure out what the message is going to be. We briefly touched on your the demographics and some targeting, but the next step will be you already have that data. So you'll be like, oh, well, people are looking for this. We know this already, so we're going to use this. Or, these are the websites. Or we know they're between ages 25 and 54, and most of them are men, so we're going to target men 25 to 54 that are African American and in between jobs. Or you've got that data already to go with the cold audiences, but once you build out your warm audiences, you can siphon those warm audiences and figure out what their interests and what have you are of people that are interested versus guessing somebody that you think might be. So you use the traffic and data that you already have and are collecting, you get that data down, and then you go target more people like them. Plus, you can create lookalike audiences based on your website visitors, and there's a whole lot of other, that's really a whole probably month's worth of trainings there. But the best way to get started is with what you already have is working. And that's what we're building to at this point, based on putting that code on the page. And you got video views already. We can start setting video view retargeting lists up. If your account's not set up automatically, then it's just a matter of, okay, when we run paid traffic, what are we gonna say? Who are we going after? How are we gonna get them there? And there you have it. So you guys got any other questions? We'll go ahead and wrap it up.
No, I'm good right now.
Okay, so I'll listen. Like I said, I'm gonna go back through this, listen to it. I'm gonna take the notes that I have here, lay some stuff out. I already have a pre-done checklist I've done for some of the speaking engagements and trainings that I've done in the past that I'll pass through. So I'll get you all that by the end of the week, and then we'll schedule the next one when we can. And you guys got if you guys got questions, you can shoot me email. Oh, I'm going to throw you guys one of these products. I have a product that I put out there. It'll probably be helpful down the line. It's called the GVR method, guaranteed video ranking. It's a way that Steve Harvey detox I showed you. I got there because I figured out, where there was a gap that nobody was filling, and I took it. So it's a way to basically, before even creating videos, you'll find out if you can rank a video in search, because every video won't rank in search. But before you even create the video, you test it out to find out if a video will show up in search. And then once you know it'll work, which for you guys, it's probably a moot point because you're already beasts as far as the channel, you got authority, but it's still something that'll be helpful. And I also have a newsletter that I put out on a monthly basis. It's a paid newsletter that I'll go ahead and put you guys on the list. So you'll get random emails, usually around the middle of the month, from Video Leads HQ Insider that has a bunch of, there's paid traffic, there's some motivation stuff, there's prospecting, video tools, video tips and tricks. There's some paid articles, paid traffic articles, all that kind of stuff. Basically what we talked about today, I put a curated newsletter together of some of the best resources. Some of them are mine, some of them are other people's, but I put those resources together and I send them out monthly. So I'll put you guys on that list. Juan Pablo gave me your emails. I'll stick you guys on that list. And when you see that, that's what so that'll help you out. All right, so we square. Any other questions?
No, everything sounds good. When's the next time we're supposed to meet?
I gotta circle back with Juan Pablo, see what what's the Tuesdays actually work.
Okay.
Except for actually next Tuesday will work for me.
Okay, yeah. Talk to Juan about scheduling the next meeting. So what are we supposed to do? Do you have any plan of action for us?
That's what I got to put together. I'll put a plan of action together for you.
Okay.
Based on this here, what we went over. Matter of fact, I'll probably start listening to it tonight. So by Friday, I'll have you guys something, but I got to go back and listen to the 2 hours and pull some resources and kind of jot everything down, which means I'm going to spend about another hour and a half, 2 hours doing that. So I'll probably start it tonight, but I'll get you something definitely by the end of the week. I'll send it out to Juan, and you guys can start walking through, the action plan. And every time we meet, there'll be 2 more 2-hour sessions, so 2 hours, maybe a little more, but after each session, you'll get that. So at the end, you'll have, like I said, you'll have a full playlist. Now, what I can do is, in the interim, I can send you, this should render tonight, I can send you a link to watch this while I'm putting together my, while I'm going through it and going through the checklist. I can send you a link, and then I'll send you a downloadable version. But if that'll help you out so you guys can watch that and kind of see what we talked about and go through, and you can just start doing some things, like, for instance, keyword research, the playlist. That's the first thing I would do, is come up with the playlist title, do the keyword research for the playlist title, play around with TubeBuddy. That's what you can do now. But I can send you the link to this once it renders, which will probably be in like an hour. And you can start replaying that as I go through the action plan. So if that's helpful.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Like the recording definitely would be helpful, because I like to look at it again.
All right, well, I'll get you that today, and then by, like I said, Friday, I'll have the action plan to you laid out, structured, as well as the checklist. As a matter of fact, I'll send you the checklist tonight, too, because that's already done. I don't have to do any work with that. That's already built out. So that'll be something for you to start with.
All right, great.
All right, cool. All right, well, I will let you gentlemen go, and we'll talk again soon, probably be next Tuesday or Wednesday-ish. But I'll talk to Juan Pablo and find out.
Okay, great. Also, if you could put together a list of tools that we would need, like TubeBuddy.
Oh, I already got that. Yeah, I already
okay.
Matter of fact, a lot of what we talked about, I gave Juan a scope of work, and I took the scope of work and laid out more detail. So I actually have some stuff here, which will make my job a little easier. But I did kind of go off the rails with some of what we talked about, so I'll have to add some more here. But yeah, you'll have everything that you need, and if I have to forget something, just ping me and I'll add to it. But you'll have everything we talk about, plus the recording and some checklists. You'll have for future use to review, go back over, kind of get clarity on. If you need to ask me questions, you can hit me up, ask me some questions, and walk through it and go from there.
All right, great. Thanks, man.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All right,
bye.